Good evening, everybody. We fixed our cameras.
Looks good.
I think what we did is we did this. Now, it's going to sound a little technical, so I want you guys to hang in there with me. What we did was we shut down the computer. And then, and this is the part people always miss, we started it back up again.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we went into the settings for the camera on OBS, and we clicked off low light compensation.
I did a lot of stuff before we got to that point.
Oh, did you dick around a lot?
You know I was down here a while.
A lot of dicking around for nothing?
I fixed everything that I could think of. I unplugged the entire camera from the computer and restarted it. Fuck it all.
Gray Duckling says, still looks like shit.
Thanks.
Thank you. We appreciate that. That doesn't demoralize me at all. Tim Down says, the April and A-Cups show. I got to tell you, I got a kick out of Twitter today.
Oh, really?
So there were a couple of people, I think actually, or was it just one guy?
I don't know.
Who came in this morning and he goes, that shirt, like, he's a troll, don't get me wrong, but he's like adamant and angry. He was like, that shirt is proof that Aaron wears a bra. Now look.
That guy.
Now look, dude.
Okay.
Everyone who hates this show is miles more obese than I am. And I don't think those guys wear a bra.
Double the hanging weight, at least.
So look, maybe it's time for you to realize and recognize, like those other guys did, there's really nothing to hate here. It's just kind of a show. And that you're kind of barking up the wrong tree, and it's not really I mean, I get if you want to be mad, that's okay. But otherwise, it's just kind of a failed effort on your part. And then he went on Twitter and he complained about that. He said,
see, that's the one I saw.
He goes, and then he took a picture of me like this when I was leaning back like this. And he goes, and then I got Aaron to cross his arms because I said he was wearing a bra. And I'm like, dude.
I almost commented to that guy, like, I actually thought you looked very nice this morning. I thought you looked good in the picture he took of you, which
I don't
is funny.
I don't even want to address it seriously. I just thought it was hilarious that he then went on Twitter and goes, I got him to cross his arms. And I'm like, dude, again, I will tell you, this is a way more embarrassing look for you than you think it is. Just, I would say find something else or stay here and make yourself miserable. But I have to tell you, every time I hear from you, it makes me so happy. Gray Duckling with $4.99 says, for the show. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. But don't worry. I did go and go to the gym today because I know he's very worried about my body.
Sure.
I got to tell you, buddy, I mean, the people you like and the people you think you're impressing by doing that, no offense, I have a much better body than all of them combined. And I think that's part of the projection.
Ooh, can you imagine combining those people?
They did. It's in Star Wars The Return of the Jedi.
Oh, he's on the barge.
Yeah, I think he's on the barge.
Oh, yeah. He eats like slimy things.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you're going to shit on me, there's plenty of things. I would go with arrogance, narcissism, all of that. When you like the people you like, you definitely can't go with the body thing or the looks thing. It ain't going to work here. You're barking up the wrong tree. Mad Max Mardigan says, there's plenty to hate with your saggy lunch lady arms and your fat man tits, but you can be funny on occasion. See? And then
I love it.
And then some guy wrote to that guy and he went, dude, you're so autistic you don't realize that the tits thing has been a running joke on the very show for about a decade now.
Oh, my God, for forever.
I'm like, dude, you're just not doing this well. Tim says, it's funny. People in other chats get mad at me for liking y'all. That's an insane thing, too. People will see someone in a YouTube chat and they will recognize them from being in this show's chat, and then they will start yelling at that person. And I'm like, I don't think this is you owning the way you think it is, dude. All you're showing is that you watch way too much Steel Toe.
Right.
Way more than Tim Downs probably does.
You watch it enough that you know who's in the chat. Isn't that weird?
It is definitely that Howard Stern, what is it? The Howard Stern private parts thing where they go, yeah, your haters listen about 3 times as much as your fans do, which in turn does make them fans. So we appreciate it.
And I do believe that's accurate.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yosemite Sambo says it happens to me all the time. Yeah, I checked Social Blade today. Our numbers are multiples higher than any of theirs are, and they're going up.
Oh.
Which is nice.
There you go.
Somebody says it happens to me all the time. Kane J says can confirm. Yeah, that's just I don't know, man. That just seems like a bummer way to go. Todd Pemper says commentator at work. April has the body. Aaron, you're punching up, man. Great show, though. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
Everybody says. So we have a somebody. We have a somebody says. We have a nobody. We have a nobody says. Now we have an everybody says. Right. Everybody says. Imagine combining their IQs and they still can't break 100. Imagine combining their IQs and looking inside their brains and finding out they all want to be me. That's sad because you should aspire much higher than wanting to be Aaron from Steel Toe, but yet I'm the hero you've chosen.
I would assume that they all dream of you every night.
They have to. I'm on their mind quite a bit.
They see you dancing there. They had like the little lollipops.
Somebody says, or no, I'm sorry, it was Triple N. Says, I get it about Steel Toe and Mersh. Yeah, you notice it's people who kind of keep ascending no matter what, against those people's wishes. That's kind of what makes them angry. And me just saying that, the reason I kind of bait them like this is me just saying that I know gets back to them and makes them upset.
Oh.
Sandy Squatch says, I go right into their chat and correct everything they're saying. That's a lie. I don't think they care because they know it's a lie when they say it. I don't think they really care about the truth of the matter. They're so mad that they picked the wrong show to fuck with that they're like, well, now I just have to lean into everything that's not true. I gotta do something. Nothing else is worked.
They need the things they're saying to be accurate or else.
$90 away from tonight's goal. You guys might say, holy shit, how the hell did that happen? Well,
right.
We had an amazing morning show today. We kind of just did a fun thing. It started with a bunch of people chipping in. So I just went, hey guys, fuck it. Let's go super beggar. And I'm going to say, everybody, just start throwing in 20, 30, 40. Get reckless. Go nuts. Go crazy. And just knock out the morning show goal before 8 o'clock. And then they did. We got a new VIP. David Chandler came in.
Yeah, I didn't get a message.
5 or 6 other. The Mood came in. 5 or 6 other people. And Hobo Chili Recipe was in there. And not only did we get over today's goal, but we got well into this evening's goal as well. So $90 away for tonight. So I tell you what, let's get retarded and ridiculous again. Let's get well into tomorrow's goal. We've got Stevie Lou as our guest host. By the way, you talk about a guy who makes people mad just for existing.
Right? It's very odd to me.
There are going to be a lot of people in there just like, oh, I fucking hate Stevie Lou.
But why?
Stevie Lou's a piece of shit. And I'm like, it's kind of like hating this show. There's no reason to hate Stevie Lou. None. There's no reason to dislike the guy.
There's not really any reason to hate anybody.
Right.
You know, like you can always just kind of work on yourself if you're that miserable.
You guys, again, you got to figure.
You'll be fine.
You got to figure your shit out. Mr. Tony Soprano gifting a membership, excuse me, to Kay Winiger. Pro Guns with a $1.05. Freedom actually costs a $1.05. People don't know that. And then also we have to throw a thank you out over on PayPal/Streamlabs. And that thank you goes to
Gray Duckling.
Gray Duckling with $10.
It's
thank
working
you.
now. PayPal is.
Yes. Thank you very much, buddy. $80
thank you.
Away from tonight. So everybody go absolutely apeshit and let's hammer this thing out. A guy with an unpronounceable name says this show is hating on people. Delusional. I think you might be delusional, buddy. I don't know if you've ever watched our show. That clearly tells me you haven't. We talk about the news and shit that's going on. That's it.
And those aren't like...
Oh, you know what? You know what? I figured it out. Don't worry about it. He thinks he's in the Red Bar chat. No, that's redbarradio.tv or whatever it is. That's where that is. You're wrong show. You took a wrong turn at MLC and you ended up at Red Bar.
Hey, who is that new VIP today? I didn't get a message.
I don't know, but he's got to send you one. That's for sure.
Buddy, talk to me.
Kmart Ready says you should have Tukey for a Wednesday guest. I like Tukey. I wouldn't do well with a Tukey for 2 hours on my show. Like the way we do our show, it's not very gimmicky like that. Like we have some gimmicks, but we're not gimmicky like that. So as I'm like trying to do a story, but I'm also trying to play to a Muppet character. Don't get me wrong. It's a very funny bit that Bedabbler does. People seem to like it. Good on him. I hope he makes $1 million with it. But I don't think that's something I could do for 2 hours and do the show. Because this show jumps from funny to serious sometimes. And I don't know. I almost feel like I'd be putting the Muppet in a weird spot.
Right. You got to be able to like switch your hats out depending on what topic we're on.
Yes. The Happy Plague Doctor with $2 says, promise me otaku. Otaku has, like, he's been saying yes many, many different times to this show. And we can never nail the son of a bitch down.
Should I talk to him?
He might like that. He also made a video of him eating ice cream. You guys might want to watch Otaku eating ice cream.
I would watch that.
Maybe we'll do that in overtime tonight. Because I don't have anything set for overtime.
Do you want to eat ice cream with him?
No, I'm so full today. Are you kidding me? You made some delicious barbecued chicken?
I did. You all get my gym hair because I made a nice long meal.
Yeah, I'm full of... I had 2 pieces of thigh chicken.
You like some thighs.
I'm a thigh. I am a thigh man. Tim Brouillard says, hey, Aaron, No has said my name the right way, and you nailed it this morning. That was awesome to hear it work. That's what I'm here for. I aims to please, sir, and I'm pleased to aim.
Brouillard, right?
Brouillard, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Brouillard.
Yeah, that's absolutely how I'd pronounce that.
Wasabista with 600 yen says Japanese yen is collapsing now. Biden effect. Spend this as soon as possible. Thank you, buddy. It's going to knock us down by another 5.
Thanks.
Hobo chili recipe knocking us down by another 5. That's going to put us at 70. Actually, 65 with Gray Duckling again.
Thank
oh,
you.
my God, not 650.
Jeez.
65. There we go. Hobo chili recipe says show feet. And I'm not talking about the lady. I want to see well-traveled feet like you walked barefoot to Mecca and back, calluses, etc. We'll get there one day. I've shown my feet.
Do you want to show him your alligator skin?
I've shown my feet on the program before.
No, don't touch me with those.
I've done this before. I'm trying to get my own wiki feet here. See?
He's got like that weird...
That's how big my cock is, boys and girls.
This over here is like a solid alligator skin.
Sorry for almost showing my nuts. Who am I, Steven Crowder?
Should have put pants on today.
Yeah. Gray Duckling with $9.99 says thank you. No, thank you. Taste Fairy gifting a membership. Thank you. Between you and Tony Soprano, that means another $5 is off. And that means we're $60 away from tonight's goal. All right, so let's not only knock that one out, let's get super retarded and let's damn near knock tomorrow morning's out. Fuck it. Let's just all do $40, $50, go insane, and just nail this thing outright.
That'd be cool.
That would be the coolest thing. So there you go. Streamlabs, PayPal, do it. Matthew Jenkins says, did you take those pants from Gino's closet? No, these are Vikings pants. How dare you?
He specifically wanted a cool pair of Vikings joggers for Christmas, and this is what he got.
Wasabista says, we need an OnlyFans channel for Aaron's feet. Ask and you shall receive.
I can set you up with that. We can do fun things.
Eric Nagel, Mr. Nagel, says, feet, you're fired. Please, give me a second chance. I promise I won't show feet.
Did you pimp your foot out?
No, but I will tell you the offer I received from Mr. Nagel. This was a really good offer we got. Or actually, maybe a good offer for them. I don't know who benefits in this deal.
Okay.
We were trying to work out a day where we take Gino Bisconti for a Tuesday morning show.
Oh.
And then we'll just have Johnny, we'll move him to Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, that works.
Week.
Yeah.
Because Gino's got some things to record on Wednesdays. It doesn't work out. So we were looking to have him on, but we ran into a snag with E-Rock who told us, is there any way we could pay you to take him more days?
Wait.
Yeah.
Do you not want him?
Well.
Not you, them.
I mean, it kind of put me in a weird position because I told E-Rock, I'm like, I'd really only rather have him one time. I'd really like this to be a one-off deal. And E-Rock goes,
really?
no, we'll pay you to take him more. And I'm like,
You don't want Gino more than once?
Look, there's a reason. It's like when somebody trades you a guy and you're like, why are you trading him if he's so fucking good? Same thing. If you're willing to pay me to take him.
I mean, that does say something.
Stevie J says, can we talk about the ultra gay pants? They're fucking Viking pants.
Do you want to stand up and show them?
No, not anymore. Not if they're going to be insulting.
He also doesn't have underpants on.
Happy Plague Doctor with $5 says, ice cream on Tuesday is Otaku's #1 hit. Beats out Jay-Z and Beyonce. Oh, yeah, he sings to his ice cream also.
What?
Yeah, it's the coolest fucking thing.
We have to watch that.
Yes. It's going to be the coolest fucking thing.
You can't just tease me and then not play it.
Hobo Chili Recipe says Dante Culpepper was a pansy. Now, see, that's just baiting. That's not even nice. That's just baiting.
That's a funny sentence, though.
Delco Lou late to the party. Is Stevie Lou still slated for tomorrow? Sorry if this is a duplicate question. Yes.
Copy paste.
Stevie Lou will be here. Hobo Chili Recipe says those pants look like you've worn the crotch out. That actually made me check. It's good.
What have you been grinding on?
The wall. I get unsettled.
Just the wall corners.
Derek Chauvinist says Gino is fentanyl. Take him in small doses, and he killed George Floyd.
What about like a once a month? You could have him as like a once a month guest host.
We're going to have Gino one time. That's plenty of Gino for right now.
I love Gino.
Plenty of Gino for the moment. All right? All right. Let's go and do a show, shall we?
Nah.
No, we've got a good one. We've only got, what, $55 left in that goal? You guys are going to get us at least 100 into tomorrow morning. Because remember, for 2 hours, half the money goes to Stevie Lou. Half of what you throw in between 7 a.m. Central and 9 a.m. Central goes right into the pocket of old Stevie Lou. So we're going to knock out tonight. Plus, we're going to knock in $100 into tomorrow morning. I think you guys are good for it. Go ahead. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, gifted memberships, and Rumble Rants. You guys know what to do. Get irresponsible. Do stupid shit.
Be gay.
You're young. Tomorrow, I'm really excited. April, what are the 2 best ofs I have to upload the next 2 days? What do my notes say?
It looks like Crowder and Crowder.
Well,
Crowder squared.
What do I have right there? What does that one say that I've already cut?
That was Crowder.
Crowder. I have 3 fucking Crowder clips.
Crowder cubed.
Ready for this week. So, the first 2 days of the week were Chad clips because he threatened to kill Bob. We'll talk to Stevie Lou about all the MLC stuff because he's a big MLC mark. And so are you. You and I are again as well. We've been watching a lot of MLC.
What can I say?
Both of us spoke to Bob today.
Yeah.
He seems in really good spirits.
I answered the man's request of last night. We hadn't spoke yet, and then the man calls and talks today.
Yeah.
And said, look, this has been an eye-opening experience. We get it.
Bob,
wow.
Bob is a man, and he's old school, so it wasn't like an, oh, my God, you guys were right.
No.
It was I didn't know. I didn't see it. I couldn't understand.
Well, he basically was like, you don't know until you know.
Yeah,
okay?
You don't know until you know is what he said.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to talk to Bob, really excited. And, of course, I've got that open invitation to MLC hanging over my head like a sword of Damocles here, seeing what we're going to do with that. Again, what was Kevin's reset phrase with Chad today?
He's gay.
No, it wasn't gay.
He's an idiot.
Chad's a fucking idiot. He'd go on a rant, and then to reset, it would be, Chad's a fucking idiot.
You got nothing to lose. No, he had nothing to lose, and he has everything to lose. I can't keep track.
My brother co-created the Chappelle Show. Your brother created a blood spot on the road. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I believe his exact terminology was splat.
A splat on the road. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Is your brother going to be at the defamation hearing?
Oh, no.
Will he say hi?
Kevin is really good at that stuff.
Oh,
that's for
God.
sure.
Just listening to him sometimes, though, I make this face. Like, actually, I'm like, ooh.
My dad died a multimillionaire. Neither of your dads were. Jesus. Yeah, and it was KB's
Neither of your dads, yeah.
Yeah, and it was KB's birthday. So happy birthday to the man I affectionately call Big Kev. You know what? I don't want to speak out of school. Happy 63rd birthday.
How did you know that?
For old Kevin Brennan.
I didn't know
I
that.
know my things. I know my
Creepin'.
things. Pro Guns with 350 says, Aaron, show feeties, please. I already did. 400 yen from Wasabista says, Viking pants are popular in the Castro. Right.
Oh, my God.
$50 away from tonight's goal. Let's get stupid and retarded and irresponsible. Throw money at me like they threw money at KB, and we'll knock out tomorrow tonight. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and memberships. Samuel Warner with $2 says, Heil April.
Hello, Sam.
There you go. To really wrap up quick, because we'll talk to Stevie Lou about it, because I'm sure he'll want to discuss it tomorrow.
Yes.
Chad did not buy a gun today.
Okay.
Chad is lying about having a lawyer.
No way.
He doesn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. So
that's just sad.
He does not have either of those things. Guys.
If you move to Arkansas, you have 5-gallon pails.
And by the way, he's not filing a defamation suit against Kevin Brennan. Basically, guys, this is what I've been trying to say to you guys for months. Take it to the bank because I'm always right about this fucking guy. He's paper thin and see-through. I mean, he's very obese, but he's paper thin metaphysically. I'm telling you right now that there's no gun, there's no defamation suit, and if Chad says he's doing something, I promise you he's lying. I promise you he's lying. Delco Lou says if it weren't being directed towards Chad, MLC was a bit rough today. Had to remind myself the awful things he's done in the past to so many people. That does make it a lot easier.
I said that too. We were coming home from the gym, and I said, "Look, a lot of this shit is pretty.
It's brutal.
Pretty brutal too. I wouldn't say it, but I get." And then you explain to me, "Well, they work together. This shit kind of happened to them. I get it. I don't know."
Chad was playing YouTube terms of service videos today, almost crying. Yeah, he's going to lose his channel more than likely. You're not allowed to stream snipe. It's against the rules. And I'm not one of those people who goes, oh, go and, get them and shut down their channel. I think that's gay ops. People do it to us all the time, but it's total gay ops and I don't do it. But other people have done it to us. We just don't mention the channels, and they just don't get above 100 views.
Well,
that's easy enough.
How's he about to get his channel removed for stream sniping when we've got 6 of them doing
because
it to us?
I think Kevin's going directly to YouTube about it. Kevin says he's making calls. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Kevin's going to do it.
I get it.
Yes, he's going to get nuked. But see, I don't even believe in that because I go ahead and I let people do it and they get no views and we kick the shit out of them. And I'm like, you just gave my show extra views.
It's free advertising.
Yeah, you've gotten zero traction doing it. Right. And then it exposes you further because then you try and go and do stuff. You're like, oh, I have all these fans. Now watch. They'll watch all my other stuff. And then that gets 50 people at a time, which just kind of shows you're my bitch.
If they're trying
you need me.
Really, if they're trying to get under your skin, they're going about it the wrong way. Guy gets a straight up boner over this shit. You have no idea.
You're putting more eyeballs on a narcissist.
Right.
Sorry.
Wow.
No.
You're going to go out and call yourself that now?
For all intensive purposes.
Big ego for sure.
Chad is the guy who declared war, then plays victim. I don't get it. Well, that's what Bob was saying. And I'm like, yeah, Bob, we've been telling you that. He's like, yeah, every time I would talk to him about the bullshit he was pulling on other people, he would start crying.
Well, that's what Chad tries to say about people like us, though, too. Is oh, they started it and they don't like the receipts. Well, no, we saw something as a jovial, fun kind of back and forth, and you kind of...
Yeah, we criticized your lack of ability. We criticized your lack of ability, and then you started talking about people's families and how you were going to fuck people, have sex with people against their will. And it's like, all right, there's a big difference. So
very skin deep.
So I think he's going to lose his channel eventually. But as far as I'm concerned, having people stream snipe our channel and have them fail miserably and then have them fail even harder when they try to spin off and do other things, proving that they need us for numbers. I love that.
Yeah, Bob's main thing about Chad today talking to me is he's like, that guy plays the victim no matter what the situation is. He's big on the crying behind the scenes and stop being mean to me. And then, somebody looks at him the wrong way, for God's sakes, and it's all over.
Everybody says to get under Aaron's skin, just talk about his gay Vikings pants. Cocktiff says Bam or Chad in the death pool. Chad only if he gets a gun, but I think Bam.
Didn't he turn himself in and he's doing better now?
No, he's not doing better.
He went out to eat with that chick again. With
his brother was on Twitter the other day, just washing his hands of him and saying he's gonna die. So,
now the brother's saying that.
Yeah, now the brother's shitting all over him. So, Mr. Tony Soprano, did you get those pants in the gay section? All right,
those pants are gay.
Your pants. You're a fucking idiot for buying those pants.
Your pants don't do clubs.
Yes. All right. Let's start the show.
I can't.
We've got a lot of things. So speaking of the Crowder thing, tomorrow on the show, Stevie Lou are going to have to talk about the MLC stuff. Tomorrow we're going to put a poll out for the audience. Should I go on MLC next Wednesday, as Bob has asked? You have Oh, yeah, and then Derek Chauvin is pointing out the Mud Shark locked his Twitter account. Oh, that's the thing I wanted to bring up. Chat. Remember those 3 people in the chat today who were Chad stans, including Citizen M, who went, it wasn't actually Chad who called Levy. Levy's setting that up, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
you know what Chad did today?
Yeah, what did he do?
This shows that you were innocent and you totally didn't do it.
So innocent.
Changed his phone number.
Oh, yeah, because don't we all just change our phone numbers?
Hey, retard.
No reason.
The cops still know it was you. This dipshit who stole credit cards thinks that it's going to work to change your phone number the day after you threatened to kill somebody.
Nothing looks more damning about that phone call than you changing your phone number. Okay?
Right.
I've had the same fucking phone number my entire life. You know why? I don't make death threats.
Yeah. I don't call Bob Levy and threaten to kill him.
You don't fucking change your phone number the next day, even if you did do that. Oh my goodness.
He's too much fun. Mile High says, stop deflecting from your Piazza goatee. You know what? I'm shaving. He's right. You know what? Thank you, Mile High. If I go on MLC, I'm shaving this fucking thing. I'm not going to let Kevin Brennan come all over my fucking facial hair.
Why?
Fuck
he already
that
knows
shit.
he have it. He watches.
That's true. If I shave it, then he's going, why'd you shave your gay Piazza goatee?
Yeah.
You fucking coward. You're a piece of shit.
You have to shave it in series for me, though. Come on.
Derek Chauvinist says, he told the old phone number, you're dead. Oh, that's what he was doing. Yeah, people are saying that's a pretty guilty move. Pretty much.
That's right. As soon as we heard that, it's like, you don't do that, man.
No.
That looks so guilty.
We have to give credit to Mrs. Portland #1 fan, because when you criticize someone to get better and then they do the thing you advise them to do, you have to encourage them to keep that behavior going.
Sure. Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement. So we told Mrs. Portland #1 fan, all right, we got the fucking Burger King thing. You got to come up with a new gimmick. Mrs. Portland's #1 fan says, I once used Aaron as a toilet slave. He has a huge scat fetish, April. He just hasn't told you yet.
Well,
or have I?
That, is up for debate. I don't know.
Matthew Jenkins with $5 says, for Aaron's gay pants fund. Oh, no,
Now
guys.
Oh, boy.
Not my gay pants.
I could really back up the fact that you've got a gay pants stash. What else
other
is
gay
upstairs?
pants do I have?
Really?
Oh, my pink juicy pants? That's different. A listener gave that to me.
I think...
It's mine, Jeff. It was a gift.
Yule Gibbons sent those to you. It's a pair of hot pink sweatpants with the words juicy, or the word juicy across his butt in rainbow letters.
See?
He wears them too.
Barry Watson, get ready to say oof, buddy. Scat is poop.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, scat is
That's what...
poop all day.
It is absolutely poop. All right. So this is where we're at. $45 away from knocking out tonight's goal. So let's do that. Go to Streamlabs, go to PayPal. Be so irresponsible that we knock out half of tomorrow's goal already. Usually when we do the guest hosts, we give them half the money so we don't end up doing overtime.
But this is Stevie Lou, so he doesn't get any.
You guys can buck that trend and just fuck it all up and go way over tonight.
I'm kidding, Stevie.
All right, let's get into some news. Like we said, tomorrow we're going to talk about the Crowder thing. A big article came out today. I still haven't even read the whole thing. There's so many allegations in it. Crowder apparently whips his dick out in front of his male employees.
See, I don't believe that. I can see how that story got started, but I don't believe it.
It's very specific from multiple employees.
I'll tell you,
who chose to remain nameless because they all have NDAs, but now they smell blood in the water, so they're going after Crowder.
Or they chose to remain nameless because it didn't happen.
No, they're doing it because, no, it's a fact. They have NDAs. They have to stay nameless.
This is the only way I could see him whipping his dick out. It's like during one of those sketches that he does, if he were to be changing or something and just like, oh shit, my dick's out while he's changing and stuff.
No, these are pretty specific, April. You're going to feel kind of silly when you hear about it.
I feel like that's a bold move, Cotton.
It's pretty. And then Crowder is such a fucking dipshit. He thinks he has to talk about everything. Like, when this shit comes out and it makes him look really bad, he thinks if he just talks about it, he'll get control of it again. It's like, no. If there's anonymous sources saying you whip your dick out at people, just do your show.
Probably, right?
Do your show. Don't address the whipping the dick out thing.
But if your entire chat is Why'd you whip your dick out?
His entire chat is already, you're going to lose your kids, you're going to lose your house, all of that shit.
I don't know if he cares about that part.
I mean, you shouldn't have addressed the divorce thing. You should, just to get away from the Landau thing. Then you try to get away from the Landau thing. Now people want to talk about you whipping your cock out in front of your employees. So it's just, I mean, it's mind-boggling. As bad as this stuff is for Crowder, he makes it so much worse on himself by the way he handles it.
That is true.
We've shown everyone the blueprint. Just don't fucking give these people oxygen and they melt down on their own.
However,
one guy has gone into complete obscurity. The other guy is dying in front of us after we starved them both of oxygen.
Oh, sure, yeah. One
of them is a nobody, and the other one is wilting away into a psychosis in front of us.
Here's the only the only semi-pass that I'll give Crowder for talking now about everything is because he opened the door and now it can't be shut again. He opened it all up.
Yes.
What do you do now?
Now he's in a spot where he can't stop.
That's what I'm saying. You can't go back. You've already undone everything.
This one he could go back. The one with the whipping the dick out that we're going to talk about on tomorrow's show, he didn't have to talk about this. Because, again, he did not handle it well. Crowder doesn't know how to wash his hands, says Kmart Ready.
Oh.
Nicole Magenta, I think he likes to cross-dress and is closeted gay. I saw a tweet from Crowder today where he's like, yeah, this cross-dressing drag shit is dangerous and it's terrible. And I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck are you to talk about drag? You know what I said to Crowder? I said, hey, watch it. Fucking watch it.
Watch it.
See, now, if he wanted to handle this thing well, he'd release those shirts.
Right.
Fucking
make
watch
some
it.
money off of it.
Yeah.
I got weird. It's so, I guess this is my projection now. It's I feel so uncomfortable wanting to believe that a big, bulging, bulky man would want to wear dresses.
Just remember.
It bothers me.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bears. He wasn't a big, bulky man until he went in and had cosmetic surgery to have his chest puffed out and broadened.
Does he inject his arms too?
With cum. I got I have to regulate or not regulate. I have to mount up. I have to thumbs up and heart all the comments.
Oh.
And
all of them.
All of them, and I get to read them, and some of them are very funny. One of them was a Crowder fan defending him, and he goes, you guys have a decent show, and I'm sure you're nice enough people, but it's the lowbrow, it's the lowbrow humor of you making Steven Crowder drinking cum jokes that really knocks you down a level or two. And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't work. Because as I read you writing Crowder mouthful of cum, I laugh my fucking balls off. So
right, I feel like that's a very funny visual.
Yes, Crowder with a mouthful of cum, not knowing whether to spit it out or swallow it, and just wants to savor the flavor, is a humorous visual to me.
Oh yeah, you can't let it sit in your mouth. You have to pick one.
You gotta make a decision, Crowder. Steven, I know it's yummy in your tummy.
Chug it back.
But you gotta drink it back or spit it out.
He's savoring.
Yes, one of the two, buddy. You gotta make a call. All right, guys, $45 away. Let's get irresponsible and hammer that out, plus a shitload of tomorrow morning. And we're going to have ourselves a continued great week over here on Steel Toe. April, your boy Novak Djokovic can return to the U.S. to play tennis.
Oh, really?
After the government's COVID-19 vaccination mandate for foreign air travelers ends next week. So he will be able to play in the U.S. Open this year.
Oh, good. Because, they talked about that a long time ago.
Novak Djokovic is a great champion, a fan favorite, and now that the federal government has lifted its vaccine requirements for international travelers, we look forward to welcoming him back to New York for the 2023 U.S. Open. Do
you want to go?
No. They waited so fucking long to lift this thing, longer than they needed to, because they didn't want to admit they were wrong.
Yeah, it's pride.
They had to try. Yeah, they had to try and save face. So they went, well, we'll wait until everybody's really over it. And then in the middle of a Friday afternoon when everybody's heading out, we'll go, oh, by the way, we lifted the COVID vaccine thing. It doesn't exist anymore, and it's gone. But it's wait a minute. I thought you put it in place because it was for the health and safety of everybody. And, COVID's with us forever.
You're going to die.
nobody's getting fucking COVID anymore. And their vaccination rates that they wanted are way lower than what they were shooting for. They wanted us to be like 80% vaccinated. I think we're like maybe 60.
I haven't looked.
What percentage of the U.S. is vaccinated for COVID-19? 69% of the population are considered fully vaccinated. So about 2/3.
So we did it. We're fine, right?
We're the best, man. We did it. So you have Novak Djokovic being able to play tennis again. The reality on the ground hasn't changed for 2 fucking years.
Nope.
There's no reason why he couldn't be in the last tournament or the one before that. If they had one in 2021.
By the way, athletes, some of the healthiest people there could be,
Yeah.
in great shape.
So no reason for him to miss, but they had to wait long enough so they could do it when nobody would go, ha ha, you fucking assholes, because they didn't want to get laughed at.
Right.
You got to shut the entire country down, trample on everybody's rights, ruin everybody's childhood, fuck up their education, sink people's businesses, kill the
Dreams
economy.
are gone.
Right. You got to do all of that shit. But now when it comes time for us to maybe laugh at you a little or point at you and go, you pieces of shit, you won't even give us that for one day. You got to do it on a Friday afternoon when everybody's heading out and just burying it as far as you can.
They can't do that because then we'd start doing it to them for everything.
Fucking assholes.
They never get a chance.
You fucks. Goizermass, I like that name, says, is that the reason Landau wasn't allowed to say come on Crowder's show? Yeah, Crowder would get a really yummy taste in his mouth.
Start salivating.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be able to continue his program. Excuse me. Gino is here. He says, I started from the beginning late. Nothing like getting shit on a 20-minute delay. I'm not shitting on you. E-Rock said that he would pay us to take you.
Oh, I thought he meant MLC. I didn't know he meant here. I was rooting for you, buddy. I want you here.
Gino says, by the way, there hasn't been a variant since Fauci left. He takes them all with him, and he puts them back in the lab in China when he goes to visit his pals. Citizen M says, I was watching Pod Awful earlier when Jesse and Porcelain had a conversation about how Zen Rhino is a double agent. That does sound like the kind of gay shit I would hear from those two. Gino Bisconti says, just watch the 15 minutes. I just skipped later. You know what you should do more often, Gino, is go into a chat and announce to the host what part of the show you're skipping. It's revealing, it's invigorating.
Yeah.
And it makes me it's good show research for me.
Speaking of gay ops, did you get that email that you and I were both sent this morning?
What email did I get?
Citizen M was talking about Pod Awful and Zen Rhino and all that.
Yeah.
We both got sent an email today from, I don't know who, I don't know this person, I'm guessing a troll, that had a screenshot of like, here's evidence of Citizen M being a double agent in this show, blah, blah, blah.
That wasn't a troll. No, that was somebody who thinks that we would appreciate that information. I'm like, no.
Oh, see, I didn't respond.
I know Citizen M is a shit-stirring piece of garbage that I wouldn't trust.
That's what I thought.
Any further than I could throw him.
That's not abnormal behavior.
I just take it on face value that Citizen M is going to be a rat fuck autistic piece of shit who's going to tell me shitty things about other people and then tell other people shitty things about me and then try to befriend everyone.
I don't even need him singled out, though. They're all like that.
He's a scary kid. I mean, he's not.
No, I don't know anything personally about him. I'm just saying a lot of them do that.
He's not a scary kid. I'm just saying that Citizen M, I like him because he's very openly just a retarded sack of shit.
That's why you don't get involved with your listeners off your show.
I'm not gonna fuck them.
Wait, you're not fucking Citizen M?
I'm not fucking Citizen M, so a lot of you lost a shitload of money today.
Oh, no.
Mersh is here. He simply says, you know what? I think I know the voice he wants me to say this in.
Okay.
So I gotta...
I'm ready.
Hold on. Gino gay. Chrissy not to do crubs. I think, is that...
That was good.
I think that's...
No, I think that was right.
Berry ribs not to sell a ticket. Is that the voice that he... Chad Zimak, a fucking idiot. We need to find a really thick Japanese accent guy's cameo. And we need to get him just to say Kevin Brennan lines.
I know, I just want cameos from him.
Ugh. My brother co-create a show. Your brother staying on the highway. You're a fucking idiot.
Can you do a clubs one just for me?
Gino not to do a club.
Go on.
Gino not to sell a ticket. And not fucking funny. A piece of shit.
And Gino's gay.
And he homosexual. There we go.
My cheeks hurt.
I think that's how Mersh wanted me to say it.
I think so too.
Almost positive. Mersh also says, imagine any fan calling themselves double agents. Jesus, that part of the internet is so gay. I know.
That's the thing. Check this out. I hopped in my truck. I just loaded up the lawnmower to go drop it off to get its blade sharpened. And I was looking at my phone and I got this email from I don't know who. And I'm like, I don't care. God damn it. I don't care about whatever Citizen M's doing.
Guys, I shut off the stream. I turn off the show.
Oh.
And then you know what I do? I forget it exists until I do it again.
Exactly. I completely forgot about that email till that second when Citizen M talked about Zen.
If you sent me an email ratting, first of all, I'm like your old grandpa. I hate black people. No, that's not why I'm your grandpa. No, I'm like your grandpa in that
you touch young children.
No, my grandpa didn't do that. He was acquitted. I'm like your grandpa where
he called you a Jew baby.
That one's actually true.
That's actually true.
He did say that about me. Fucking K-word hater. Anyway, I'm like your grandfather. If you come to me on my own time tattling about somebody else, I'm putting you both in timeout. But I do want to hear Citizen M's retort. Allow him to retort.
Of course.
I kind of like this shit. Citizen M says, I'd never tell anyone anything someone told me in confidence, especially not Aaron. What the fuck? If I wanted to attack someone, I do it in the open. I have nothing to say bad about Aaron. Oh, yeah?
Well, I mean, not to our face. Like, come on.
Citizen M says, you know I'm not a double agent. Corey ratted them all out. It would be too obvious for me to be a rat. I don't rat.
I don't even know what that list was. You check out how little I care. I never asked Aaron who the list was. I don't know. I just assume you're all rats.
I don't even know I don't know what list you're
even
talking
all rats.
About, to be honest.
You're going to be rooted out by the rat czar.
Derek Chauvinist says, I'm not a double agent. Something a double agent would say.
Also true.
That's also true. All right. So
that's true.
We did the no, you gotta the hands in the air. You gotta go hand in the air.
Oh, so there's no head motion.
Do we want to watch? You guys want to watch Otaku eat ice cream?
Yes. I wish I was eating with him.
I want to watch. Be careful what you wish for.
I'll go get a tub and start eating.
Well, he's right here.
Oh.
Here we go. This is Eating Ice Cream on a Tuesday.
He's so cute.
A new single by the one and only.
Oh, it's a song.
Wrestling. How are you disappointed by that?
I don't know. For some reason, I just wanted to see him bitching and eating ice cream simultaneously, and I wanted to see a dribble.
This is going to be the greatest thing ever. Wrestling Otaku. You know what? I'm not familiar with who that is, so I'm going to have to go ahead and swipe that
I was going to say probably swipe.
Wrestling Otaku, if you told me, oh, we got a new Wrestling Otaku video, I'd go, oh, well, that's, whatever. But if you told me, oh, he sings about ice cream in this one, I'd go, I wish I could have seen it already. I'm so impatient to see this that I wish I could go back and watch it before you told me.
It's not that. Yeah, I'm plenty excited. I just really enjoy his rants and his prerequisites for relationships and women.
Why don't you just give his lyrical abilities a chance?
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Otaku, Eating Ice Cream on a Tuesday, the new single. That's a good beat. Just him heavy exhaling through his nose.
He's got the tub going up on a Tuesday.
Off to a good start. Big bite. Please be please. What the fuck?
My eyes are tearing up.
Get ready. Sing it, you fat fuck.
Got a tune in my head.
Oh.
It's got a tune.
I'm the best, man. I did it. This dude, he ran in front of the cat.
Do the gay parade.
He like Rosie O'Donnell at a bisexual Bible shower. He don't need to come out. He already in the gay parade.
He's Eli 2.0.
He's Eli, baby. He got the dent on the grill.
He's the vanilla Eli.
You need to go to a fucking dento.
Eating that ice cream just makes me want to sing.
Then
oh my
sing.
God. He's trying to serenade
Get ready.
the ladies.
I'm about to drop a beat for y'all.
Okay, fucking do it. Don't do the turn my headphones up.
This has it's been over a 40-second lead up. I'm getting nervous.
I can't hear my headphones. Turn my headphones up. Yeah.
It'll be a new hit, a new single.
All right.
From the rest of Otaku.
Rolling down the street weighing 354.
Oh, you asshole.
Sorry.
You could have just done 364, but.
I know.
Yes. Why does his hand
countdown.
look so weird?
Eating ice cream on a Tuesday. Got the mint chocolate chip cause I'm choosy. Eating ice cream on a Tuesday.
I just did this.
Got the mint chocolate chip cause I'm choosy. Eating ice cream on a Tuesday. Got the mint chocolate chip cause I'm choosy.
Do a verse.
Eating ice cream on a Tuesday.
You had a little
Got
hitch
the
there.
mint chocolate chip cause I'm choosy.
Fucks yeah.
I'm blown away.
You finished that bowl. I think this is the first time he showed up in any kind of entertainment since he played the gluttony guy in Seven.
Really?
That guy could eat some fucking spaghetti, bro.
I do know how shocked I am. Before he sang, I said, got the tub going up on a Tuesday, and then he sings the damn song.
Close enough.
Him and I are kindred spirits.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Do you smell your ice cream?
Oh.
Tastes better than pussy.
Whoa! I mean,
What pussy are you eating?
first of all, no, he means he eats cat.
Oh,
it's a delicacy
I
in some
understand. You got to
countries.
skin it first.
Yeah.
No hair.
Does he say anything else before he's done?
Personal Otaku, I'm out.
I would like to say that not only did I predict what song he was singing, and I didn't know, I also bought mint ice cream today.
People are coming up
I'm
with
actually serious.
people are coming up with his rap name, and they're not being very nice.
Hey, you be nice to him.
Yeah, they're not being very nice.
Do you want
to,
otaku here?
They're not being very nice to otaku at all. We've got DJ Skin Tags, that coming from
Does he have skin tags?
Kip Smith, maybe a couple. Papa Dan, Notorious BMI. Aaron's Juicy Pants in the chat says, that's not how you'll be able to fit in me. Thank you. I heard there's a video of Rerun from What's Happening eating tater tots. You should show that next. Fuck yeah.
Tater tots. That's fun.
Gina Bobina says, how many have you had tonight, April? Gina wants to know.
I've had half a glass of lemonade. I mean, what do you mean?
There you go. She wants to know how many you've had.
I've had half a glass of lemonade.
EDI 345, says Mo Green. Optic Nerve, old fat bastard.
Oh, I've got your ice cream.
Mr. Calorie, says Optic Nerve. Kip Smith, Emma Nom Nom Nom. Tubbo Tuesday, that coming from Laughing Lions. Derek Chauvinist, Heavier D.
Oh, no.
Kip Smith, Chunk D.
Chunk D, I like that.
Chunk D is very simple and to the point.
Somebody else said Chunk D, too.
Spoken like someone who's obviously never eaten pussy before, says Zen Rhino. Double agent Zen Rhino.
That's what I was saying. Like,
got to get a membership tag that's just for double agents.
Got to get better pussy.
Who chews ice cream that much, says putting up a poll. Yeah, it's kind of a melty kind of
Don't you just kind of
food.
mush it around with your tongue a few times and taste it and swallow?
Laughing Lions, Unslim Shady. Derek Chauvinist, Gin You Swine.
Gin You Swine.
Poop is Lube, Big Wayne.
Oh.
Laughing Lions, R Belly.
Nipsey Bustle.
Trucker 18 Wheeler, Lil Fat Marks. God, these are coming in too fast. Derek Chauvinist, Flabulous. Laughing Lions, Fatty Wop. Two Chins.
That's good.
Kip Smith, Stretch Marky Mark. Oh, Sugar Diabetes Gang.
Vanilla Thrice.
Oh. Big Gunt. Flava Fat Ass. Hungry Man 5000.
That's not nice.
Greasy E. MC Girth. Icky Minaj. Big Mac Miller. Notorious P.I.G., of course. Oh, so look, we got to watch Otaku eat a little ice cream. What a lovely treat.
That was not nice.
What a lovely treat on
I
a
think
Tuesday.
that's very sweet. That makes me want to eat my mint ice cream.
Wow.
And also sing that really gay song.
Yosemite Sambo says his rap name is just Lizzo.
Oh.
The Back Boob Boy. Morgan Swallowing. They can't all be winners. All right. 45 away from overtime tonight. Not only do we want to do overtime tonight, we also want to get really irresponsible and knock out about 100 of tomorrow's goal as well. So just get really retarded and throw irresponsible amounts of money. Pretend we're MLC. That's about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Back Fat Boys.
Back Fat Boys, not bad. Missy Elephant.
Marquise says lazy.
Lazy. Optic Nerve KRS 1 ton. Oh, Buddy Travis just calling him 400 Pac. Well, I tell you what. We would love to have Otaku back on the show.
I would.
Or not back on the show. We'd love to have him on the show anytime.
I really hope he understands this is all in good fun.
And
that we absolutely adore him.
We love wrestling Otaku. Does he have any other good things? This current generation, punk-ass kids can't tell me nothing.
Didn't we play that one? And he did that kick and fell over?
No, this is a different one. This is from 6 days ago.
All
That's
right.
just part of his intro. Well, you know what? This one will be our overtime one.
Okay.
When we get there. Boneless Wings in Harmony. Sugar Cube.
Ludacris.
Puff Fatty. Ice Cream Cube. MC Blubber. Pig Snout Circumference. King Size M&M. Fold Ya Boy.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Quick little palate cleanser here, then off to some other things. I am a baseball fan from way back in my childhood. I'm very old school also. When you go to a baseball game, you either pay attention or you sit way up in the fucking cheap seats. You stay away from where any foul balls could come your way, where any home run balls could come your way. I hate it, hate it, when a guy goes on a date and insists that he and this girl sit on the third baseline.
Oh, because he wants to be catching and she's not paying
No,
attention.
no. Because he ain't going to be paying attention. And he's going to be paying attention to the girl. And the girl ain't going to be paying attention.
Bitches.
The third baseline is for, you bring your glove. I don't care how old you are. You bring your glove so you can catch a foul ball. I don't care how gay it looks. Anything like that. You bring your glove when you sit on the third baseline. You get ready for a screamer to come your way. And if you bring a date, you tell your date, I ain't putting this fucking glove in front of your face. You pay attention, you watch for a ball, and you watch the goddamn game. Because you like say, oh, well, what if she's sucking your dick? First of all, in front of 40,000 people, not happening. But
actually, wife of the year.
If she is, she won't be in the way of the foul ball, so she need not worry.
Her face can catch that ball.
But Dave S. is right. Putting kids there and being a dipshit is worse.
Ooh, I do agree with that.
The third baseline and the first baseline are for hardcore fans. The left field wall is for drunks. That's where all the drunks should be, is out in left field. But I just really, really hate people who sit in a spot of responsibility at the ball field and not only don't honor that responsibility, but don't even know they have it.
Yep.
They don't even know that it's their responsibility.
I'm with that guy who said the kids, though. Like, those kids don't have like more than a 5-second attention span. Don't put a kid there.
If your kid plays Little League, it's a great place to put the kid, get him ready.
What?
You know, every kid wants a foul ball, and every kid's got to learn those hand-eye coordination and, being able to make that grab, make that stab at that line drive screaming towards their face.
Every one of those kids, there's 300 that don't give a shit.
Know your kids.
I would never take any of our 3 kids there right now.
Not yet.
Maybe someday.
Not yet, but they'll be right on that third baseline pretty soon.
Right.
So this guy sitting out in the bleachers, sitting out in the home run deck area, that's fine. That gives you plenty of time to see the ball.
Pretty cool.
See it coming, not bad. This is at a Dodgers game. Hell of a snag here by a dad who understands the value of catching a home run ball.
Dad's making plays.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
Motherfucker
cool.
has a beer in one hand,
That's always how it goes.
a kid on his chest,
Right.
catches the ball barehanded, doesn't spill either one, kid in tears because they're terrified of what's going on.
Dad's probably screaming too.
Yeah.
Like he was probably just yelling.
Oh, and everyone around them is going ape shit because a home run just got hit. So that kid is in hell right now.
So I feel 2 ways about that then. Those 2 little girls there look almost too little to be bringing them to baseball, but I'm guessing that the 2 dads had no choice, so they just brought them anyway.
Dad totally wanted to go, and that fucking kid was getting dragged with.
Right,
That's how that
because you don't
goes.
see the moms, I don't think.
Kids did not want to go to this game. We've seen that. Like, we've sat by parents who bring their kids to Vikings game, which that's an expensive thing to drag your kids to when they don't want to go.
Yep.
But we've seen kids who just kind of look around and don't really give a shit about the game.
You got to buy them earmuffs and shit like that, though, because
Yeah.
everything's too loud.
That was a hell of a squeeze.
That is a
A
snake.
beverage, a baby, and a baseball.
Yeah, I mean, take a look. What is it?
Dad's
Barehanded.
Dad's
That's
making
incredible.
And that ball is
Dad-
coming in screaming, too. I mean, that ball just got hit 400 feet.
That guy's definitely making another baby tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if women react to a grown man coming home with a crying baby and going, "Look, honey, I got a baseball." I don't know if they get awarded with another child.
I'm projecting. If I were that man's wife and I was sitting next to him when he made that catch with all that same situation and everything.
I'm just saying,
I like that.
if he came home and the kid is screaming their lungs out and he goes, "I got a baseball. I also drove our kid home when I was blowing a .14. Aren't you proud of me?" Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
No.
If a woman is willing to blow you at a baseball game, put a ring on that woman, says Wasabista.
Yes.
I say if a woman's willing to blow you at a baseball game, she's willing to blow other people at a baseball game. Don't put a ring on that.
Fair counterpoint.
Do not marry the woman who would blow you at a baseball game. Marry
boy.
the woman who says, "Oh, wouldn't it be crazy if I blew you at this baseball game?" and then doesn't do it. Because that's a woman who shows a little bit of restraint.
That is
Remember,
a fair point.
don't
Yeah.
marry someone because they're a hoe and then get surprised when they stay a hoe. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not nice for you to do to that woman. That woman wanted to be a hoe and you handicapped her.
She's a peacock. You gotta let her fly.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. She wants to be run through by miles of dick, and you put her in an awkward situation where when she does that, and I do mean when, you're going to be heartbroken.
But she chose your dick that night.
You embarrass yourself. Baseball games are way too long to be taking kids that young to them, says Zen Rhino. They're going to be bored out of their mind 10 minutes in.
I think when the kids get a little older, and they're like into sports, but when they're really little and not paying attention, I'd rather keep the kids safe, than like risk them being hit with a ball.
Kyle says April is horned up lately. I tried to dick her down and hose her down yesterday, but it didn't suppress her. So we might have to try again.
I was gonna say I didn't not let you do that.
We're gonna have to try again.
I asked before the show tonight, and he said he had too much chicken.
I did.
He
I ate
couldn't perform.
I ate a little too much chicken. We'll have to wait until after the show when I don't feel so chunky. Wasabista says would be funnier if the guy had stood up to catch the ball and hit the baby instead.
No, you see, that's just the thing. I love my kids too much. I don't want them getting hurt. Plus, your take on that thing is it's almost like unfair to the kids to take them to stuff like that when they're so young because they don't like it anyways. And that's a really long time.
Kyle says I've got a case of chicken dick. Yeah, you gotta let things, kind of get back to normal.
So you're saying that chicken was clogged up to like right here?
Yeah.
And like affected your whole lower half?
Although I did open up the conversation. I said, April, you want to have some swollen belly, greasy chicken sex?
But I looked at you and I nodded.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I definitely feel like a python that's digesting a deer. Zen Rhino says you got to eat the dark meat chicken, Aaron, if you want to have better sex performance. It's the fast twitch fibers of the dark meat that make you perform.
It was dark meat. Ironically, they were thighs.
Well, you see, back in the slave days, they used to take the big
chicken bone and I don't know.
Papa Dan, hey, Aaron, want to fuck? No, sorry, I've eaten too much chicken. Man up and beat the pussy up. I want to beat it up when I'm in prime condition an hour or so later.
It's obviously on his time.
Tyler Barton gets it. He goes, ha, don't you hate it when they call your bluff? I know. You want to be like, you know you're too full, so you're like, you know what, though? I'll throw it out there so they know I'm thinking about it. And you're like, you want some greasy, gross, piggy fucking swollen belly chicken fucking? She's like, oh, that sounds nice. And like, shit, you got to give me like an hour and a half. I got to lay by this riverbank for a while fucking poachers hunt me.
I'm typically that one who's like, oh, I could suffer through the grease right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, that wasn't supposed to be the answer.
Trucker 18 Wheeler says, how full were you with the chicken? Retarded full? Yeah, it was retarded full.
It was good chicken.
Sure, it was very good chicken.
We have some like different barbecue sauces we're trying to use up, so we made some barbecue chicken.
So we bought thighs and wings today, simply because we cleaned out the cupboard and we found like 3 jars of barbecue sauce that are about to go bad. And we said, oh shit, we better use this.
I think I did a maple bourbon one today. It was pretty good.
So I told April, I go, get some thighs, get some wings, and then we'll eat what's left over on Thursday. And I did have a wish, but April kind of poo-pooed it. She turned her nose up at my big barbecue wish. I said, what about barbecued meatball hoagies?
I'll tell you why. I'm not like a big hoagie fan. It's too... You always complain about eating too much. It's too much bread for me. I could just eat the meatballs, though, and you can have the loaf. You loaf, piggy.
A lot. Matt Field says, I got a solution, Aaron. You do the show, and I'll nail your wife. No, I was going to do it after the show. You don't get to go first.
Wait.
Well, no, you don't get to go at all.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
Did you just say?
I apologize. No.
Did you just tell Matt that he's got to wait till you're
done?
No,
let me clarify. You don't get to go at all.
Oh my
but
God.
I'm saying I probably should have put that better. You're right. I apologize.
Feeling a little exposed right now.
Brittany G simply says piggy. A little bit.
Here, I have an idea. That sounds like something the kids might like. Maybe we can make some meatball hoagies this weekend.
I would love a good meatball
Have a nice
hoagie.
family hoagie dinner.
Guys, 45 away from knocking it out. 1 hour left in regulation. Not only do I want you guys being ridiculously, disgustingly generous on PayPal, Streamlabs, and Super Chats, I want to knock out that 45, which is easy enough. But then I want to knock out like 100 of tomorrow morning. So just right now, everybody go like retardedly ape shit on whichever one is your favorite platform. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, the whole deal. Super Chats, gifted memberships, and go crazy. Now, is Junior Coltrane ready to bow down and admit I was right? Because remember, we made a bet today. He said, no, that wasn't Chad. He didn't really threaten Levy. That was Levy setting it up and doing a thing.
Oh, that was him. Okay.
Clearly, Chad has admitted guilt, Junior Coltrane, by changing his phone number.
One does not change their phone number for no reason.
You don't change your phone number for no reason. And then he locked his Twitter account and did everything to make himself look guilty. Now, Junior Coltrane, you can do one of two things. You can hang on until the bitter end. I will allow you to do that, innocent until proven guilty and all that. Or you can just admit it now, and I will take that as my W. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. All right, we're going to talk about this lady. I love the New York Post for stories like this. Lately, we've had annoying gym chicks.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, I'm so hot. We've had the Brazilian chick who's like, I got kicked out of the grocery store because of hot phobia. It wasn't because your ass crack and ass cheeks were hanging out and your nipples were showing through your shirt at a Costco. It's because you're too fucking hot.
Well, it was just cold in there.
Well, now we have a story. Oh, and then we had the micro penis story from this morning.
And then Gino had one on his show today. Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't listen to Gino today.
You didn't listen to Gino today?
Sorry. If I tell you guys what I was listening to, you're going to make me think I'm a terrible friend.
Well, hold on. You want to mute it and tell me?
No, I'll tell the audience.
What were you doing?
I was listening to clips of Eric Bischoff's podcast. Not even like whole episodes. I was just listening to clips.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, I got to see a micropene on Gino's show.
Stancil was on?
He was indeed on today.
Booty Bandit Avenger with 199 says, you haven't forgotten about me. I am the Booty Bandit. Right. And David Chandler with 499 says, match me. There you go, guys.
Aww.
Everybody match David Chandler with their 499.
Thank you.
Get after it. That's like watching TV with no TV. Gay, says Tyler Barton.
You got like drunk goggles on so you can't even see the TV.
Oh, God, that was... there was something that made me want to mention something. Oh, yeah, I got a text from E-Rock today. He said, hey, Bobby Tamburo just wants you to know that thing he said about Steel Toe, he was just fucking around and joking, man. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Really? That was like a while ago.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, Bobby just, he thinks that you like maybe mad at him for that Steel Toe. I'm like, no, we mentioned it on our show because he mentioned it on his, and we were just fucking around.
Funny.
Busting his balls, and I'm like, Jesus.
I do feel bad for E-Rock sometimes because I think he really does live to put out fires.
No, E-Rock told him, he's like, no, Aaron's a radio guy. He's fucking around. He's being...
Oh, it was all that guy's fault that this got brought up.
No, it's nobody's fault.
You're taking my words for like too much credit on them.
Your father, Jim Corney, is ashamed of you and no longer claims you, says Yosemite Sambo. Oh, no.
What'd you do?
Kotad says, April, if you want a micropene, check your DMs. That is not a good way to hit on a girl.
God, I can't wait.
Laughing Lions with 499 says, match me. See, now everybody's going with the match me thing.
Oh, it's like the drive-through thing.
See? Yeah.
Where you got to keep paying for the, next person's meal.
Everybody pay it forward. There you go. Jeremy on PayPal with $5. There you go. So now we're 35 away. Wasabista with 500 yen. Now we're 30 away.
Nice.
From knocking it out tonight. Now, I want everybody doing 5, and I want to knock out $100 worth of tomorrow's show. I'm getting super greedy.
Will you say
nowadays.
5 in an extra gay manner for us?
5. Hi, everybody. We're looking for all those super chats, looking to not only knock out the overtime goal to do 30 minutes extra tonight, but we also want to be doing it tomorrow morning when Stevie Lou drops by the Steel Toe Morning Show to come by and give us a double dose of Stevie. That's 2 hours of Stevie Lou and you know who on the Steel Toe Morning Show tomorrow, 6 to 10 a.m. Central Time, 10:30 if we hit the goal. Remember, those 2 hours that Stevie's on, we're going to be giving him 50% of the PayPal, Streamlabs, and Super Chats that you send our way. It's going to be breezy, it's going to be easy, and it might even get a little sleazy on the Steel Toe Morning Show tomorrow, starting at 6 a.m. on YouTube and Rumble. We'll see you there.
I married a gay auctioneer. It does, scare me how good you are at that.
It's pretty bad. Hobo Chili Recipe with $9.99 says, listen, the chat told me the only way to enjoy the show is with my hands in my pants, but I'm starting to chafe. There's skin flakes falling off my hands like instant mashed potatoes. I sympathize with you. I'm not going to make fun of you for that. That sounds horrible, and I hope that you are able to lotion and moisturize and all of that. D. Gulag says, holy shit, that's great. Yogurt Pants says, you are too good at that. Well, when you're in radio, you get to practice making fun of those people.
It's pretty wild, though. You're very good.
Freaky Deaky with $19.99 says, here's 30 because you are so damn sexy. You too, April. Oh, that's very nice. Well, there you go. Thank you. Now, all of a sudden, we're only 10 away from overtime. But remember, I want you to get remarkably irresponsible and do way too much for this program tonight and get us on a great head start tomorrow morning. 10 away from knocking her down. Thank you, everybody. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, memberships, the whole thing. Look at that. Matthew on PayPal says, matching that shit. And throws in another $5. That puts us 5 away from hammering it out tonight. Everybody's matching David Chandler. See, you guys are now as generous tonight as David Chandler. You can all be David Chandler tonight.
It's true.
Easy enough. KF says Aaron is just baiting the hate streamers. Little bit.
Tiny bit.
A little bit.
There it is.
There's Flex with $5 Australian. He says, still waiting to see this church plate beggars cup. Anyway, LOL, good day, guys. Yeah, we have to do something with the offering plate deal.
I have colors of wood I need you to choose from.
Okay.
This guy in a different state is trying to start up a woodworking company, would like to make us an offering plate.
All right. Well, easy enough. All right, guys, there you go. We are now officially 350 away from tomorrow's goal. Thank you very much. Like I said, everyone gets stupid, retarded, and irresponsible, and we'll knock out 100 of tomorrow's goal tonight. Okay, so let's go to this New York Post story. We actually have a gym lady that I don't hate.
Okay.
A gym lady whose side I'm actually on. And I would say a gathering of men criticizing her who might be homosexuals and not know it. First of all, Mike Erb with $5 says, I got 5 on it. Thank you very much, buddy. Everybody matching David Chandler tonight with their $5 either on Super Chats or Streamlabs or PayPal. Shaft says with Stevie Lou there tomorrow, you're going to need a big head start tonight. Oh, but we got so much good stuff to talk about. All right.
He'll be all right.
So this is a woman who goes to the gym a lot. The title of the article is, I'm a lifter and haters say I look too manly. I'm going to kick their ass. Now that's the steroids talking. You got to kind of dial that shit back a little, maybe a half cycle, and you won't be so aggressive.
Maybe just say, I'll show them.
But now when you think of a woman who lifts too much and is too masculine and is too muscular, do you have a visual in your head right now?
Cyborg.
Okay. I want you to tell me as I scroll down here, I want you all to tell me if this is the woman you envision. I want you to envision a woman who a guy would look at her and go, oh, man, that chick's lifting way too much. She's way too muscly. Jesus. Oh, fuck it. She looks like a dude. I want you to tell me if that's what this looks like or if the people criticizing her might secretly want to put their penis in buttholes.
Okay.
Here we are. Now, that's not, where's my full body shot, New York Post? Here we go. Yeah. That's her.
She's really hot.
I was going to say,
That's not manly at
I
all.
don't really see where the too manly thing comes in.
That woman is not manly in the slightest. She's very pretty.
Yeah. Guys,
I am going to go ahead and say they might want to do some buttholes.
Yeah, I got bad news for you guys. You might like making out with dudes that have wieners.
Yeah, and the only way you could get me to say this woman looks manly is if she had a wiener.
Okay.
That's it.
Because again, there's some telltale signs. There's like the big traps. You know, there's arms that have that are very vascular and have like the big bulges. These are just sculpted, chiseled arms. The only thing I could see their argument being is if she had like the weird pec tits that women get sometimes.
Yeah, they get a little squared off on the bottom.
She doesn't even have the pec tits.
No.
She's got normal. She must have.
Her abs are not like chiseled like a man's are. They're just nice and flat.
She must have denied a lot of guys hand jobs at the gym.
Yeah.
And then they just pulled a Manny from Scarface and went, bitch, lesbian.
Right. They started telling all their friends, this girl's a lesbian. She's a dude.
I don't know anybody in, let's see. I'm going to look at our chat and see. Yeah, people, she's hot. No Adam's apple. I'm in.
She's morbidly obese in Somalia.
She looks fit as fuck. She has to have a massive clit, says Happy Plague Doctor. What? Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with her? I mean,
there's nothing wrong with her. I would really strive to look like her, actually.
Maybe her clit is a micropene. Her labia has muscle bulges, says Mr. Monkeypox. Only beta males would criticize her. Like I said, you'd have to be gay to say like, oh, gross, ew.
So why does this become an article then? Because she totally doesn't look like a dude.
Well, for two reasons. One, she sent it to the New York Post. And B, the New York Post knows that like these women gym stories now are like super viral. So it's really good for the clicks. And the New York Post is kind of the sleazy, gossipy newspaper of New York.
That used to be HuffPo, right?
Yeah, no, HuffPo was always like liberal activism shit.
Okay.
This is just good old-fashioned sleazy Americana
gossip
on the New York Post. A fitness influencer has hit back at haters who call her manly from her weightlifting by saying she's going to kick their ass. Now, that would lead me to believe that maybe you've got maybe a dick, but we can back it up on the kicking their ass thing. First of all, I have to let women know. Ease up on the kicking ass thing because I don't care if that guy who's shitting on you is like 5'10" and 175 pounds.
A shrimp.
And he's flabby. he can still kick the living fuck out of you, honey.
Right.
I mean, let's not sit there and go,
Just-
I lift a lot of weights and I do a lot of kickboxing on the heavy bag with my pink gloves. So if you think that I look manly, I'll beat the shit out of you. Meanwhile, a guy like 6 feet and 260 who's just all flab and tits is like, yeah, I'm going to put down my hoagie and beat your ass then. Like, I don't really see you as much. There's a difference between
on you.
Yeah, there's a big difference between you're in a lot better shape than me and you can kick the shit out of me. I
could be in better shape than Aaron. I would never assume that I could kick his ass. You know?
April is more fit and toned than I am. Surprising, I know. You guys wouldn't think to look at us. April is more fit and toned than I am. It sounds so weird to say because it's like not a brag.
No, go
I'd
on.
fuck April up. Destroy her.
He hit a contact out of my eye once.
And that was just by stepping on her foot. That's how badass I am. Courtney Fisher, a digital content creator and strength and fat loss coach. Maybe you should go see. Never mind. Regularly posts her workouts and fitness challenges to social media. She recently posted a tongue-in-cheek video on the feedback she hears all too often. Fisher, who posts on TikTok under the handle Just Koku, or Just TCO Ku, whatever the fuck.
Just Koku.
Just shared the clip on Sunday, and it's been viewed over 45,000 times. Stop lifting, the text over the screen reads. You're looking too manly. In addition to modeling her figure, the lifter responded to her critics in the caption of the video saying, good, because I'm about to kick your ass. The caption reads, yeah, easy on the kick your ass stuff. You know what, though? I'm going to criticize her for one thing. I think she has all the confidence in the world. I think she knows that she's really hot and most guys want to fuck her. And she's trying to find like the girl mistreated at the gym angle on social media because that's hot right now.
But it needs to be something new because the other ones are worked over maybe.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than the girl who knows she's hot. But also like is also kind of like preening and posturing for guys to go, oh no, you're so sexy. You're so hot. You're like a 10. Why would guys say that about you? Oh, they don't know what they're missing. I kind of fell into it, but that's just because I wanted to call other guys gay.
Oh.
I didn't want to simp for her. I just wanted to make homo jokes. That was it. To
me, I would have said like if that were women calling her too manly, maybe that's just like women that are upset that she's what they want to be or what they're working for and they're not there yet.
No,
but
I think she's like gaslighting men into calling her hot.
Yeah.
That
does kind of seem like that.
I thought we grew out of that in high school, but I don't know. Gina Bobina says, April, you are in better shape than Aaron and can definitely kick his ass. Let's put this on fucking pay-per-view.
I will agree with Gina that I'm in better shape than you. I think we could both agree to that. There's no way. Aaron, we've had wrestling matches at home. He kills me every time.
Every time. It's like in Ngannou versus Gon. She may be faster, but you just take her to the ground and lay on her.
It's downright ugly.
Mersh says, April looks great, but I would send her into orbit. Exactly.
That's true.
She's in phenomenal shape.
How tall is Mersh?
I'm going to insult him, but I don't mean it.
I actually don't know how tall he is.
5'10".
Yeah, I was going to say about 5'11".
I'm going
maybe
to say
6 feet.
5'10".
That's my guess.
Whereas I myself, 6'3.5".
Oh, God. Are you trying to say you'd end Mersh?
I'm not saying that I would end Mersh. I'm not saying that I wouldn't end Mersh. I'm just saying when you're looking for Aryan genetics, minus the hairline and ability to grow facial hair, and inability to commit to core day. I'm that N.
Chicken gut. Can't fuck chicken gut.
I got greasy chicken gut. I need to rest it out. Like I said,
I even balanced it out with nice green beans.
I just need to go. Yes, green beans. Yes,
fresh ones too, not frozen.
I also love carrots. Yes. All right, guys, let's take this shit seriously.
You are so gay.
Black Chew with $6 over on Rumble. Got to make sure Rumble's taken care of.
Yes.
Says, all right, you whore, here's some bread, referring to Aaron. Well, of course. Who's the whore here? Rattle, 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 rattle.
You thank him.
Blackachew also with another 5 says, you're wearing Vikings pants and you call my swag gay? Tisk, tisk. No, I'm saying you're too black because you say that your clothes are swag.
Do you care to show those pants one more time?
Why? What's wrong with my Vikings pants?
Oh, I love them.
I'm just a really big fan. Oh, I hiked them up. I'm sorry. I was really gaying it up. I didn't realize that I'd hiked my pants up before I showed you guys. That's embarrassing. I capried them before I showed you. And that's my asshole. Thanks.
A purple pen.
Rincewind says, Aaron, you were defeated by chicken. You have no German blood. Oh, would it be better if they were pierogies? You fuck.
At least it could have been sauerkraut.
Yeah, look at that. I did the
here.
caprice thing. That was not okay.
Got foot harassment over here.
Dave Phillips says, I'm 5'11", a.k.a. Dave Phillips says, Aaron and his Liberace pants. Loaded Wrench says, shaved legs. This N-word can't grow no hair.
That's going to be the next thing. Aaron shaves his legs.
Shaved legs. These are nice, furry legs.
You do have weird bald spots in the back of your calves.
Oh, that's from the chemo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, we can make fun of me for a second. I found a stark white eyebrow hair the other day. It's just completely white.
Hello, alopecia. Danny MB says, are those your pajamas? Kinda, yeah.
No.
I treat my wardrobe on this show like a newsroom. You don't see me from the waist down, so...
Pants optional.
Who gives a shit,
I actually have no pants on right now.
I'm usually wearing basketball shorts when we do this
Yeah,
show.
but you can't call them your pajamas because you don't sleep in anything.
That's right. Got my bare ass out. Loaded Wrench says, you should sue those legs for non-support. Well, my legs just got out of the county prison doing 90 days for...
When do you want to... Oh, that's going to fall. When do you want to start doing leg day?
I did legs today. Thank you very much.
I didn't see you doing legs
I
today.
was downstairs doing legs.
When? I was
did
downstairs.
I did the lunge thing. I did the curl thing. And I did the, okay, this is going to sound bad, the scissor thing. It's not what you guys think.
You're having the gayest of weeks. I didn't even tell the audience what I walked in on you doing the other day.
Look, I was prepping the show. And one of the places
you don't have to tell them.
One of the places I go to prep the show is r/cringe. And one of the things on r/cringe was a religious thing where a pastor was getting a lap dance from a drag queen. All April sees is a gyrating drag queen, no context, nothing, and she looked at me as though she was going to have to call a divorce
You have to tell them that I wasn't like sitting here watching you prep. I like came downstairs to tell him his meal was ready, and the computer's just got a lap dance going on, and it's a drag queen, and he's just kind of like really looking into it.
All right, I have to go into Streamlabs because people are leaving us some very nice comments in there. We got a bunch of people matching David Chandler tonight.
Nice.
David Chandler threw in $5 and said, "Everybody match me." Zen Wright. I'm sorry. That's a dude with $5. Thank you very much.
It's a
That's
man.
a dude. Appreciate that. And Bobby with $5 as well. So you guys are 330 away from tomorrow. I say get to 250. Fuck
Thank
it.
you.
I say just get irresponsible supporting this show and just be an absolute wreck of a human being. Just be a total simp of a Steel Toe fan and just get ridiculous. That's what I say. Fuck it. Who cares? Let's continue on with. Are we done with the super hot chick? How do you think that is too muscular? Again, I think she's like trying to
goat
men into saying like, oh no, you're so hot. What guy would say you look too manly?
Don't listen to them, honey.
I think maybe one or two guys said that because they were just kind of incel-y and jealous.
Right, because they're probably schlubby.
Yeah, and she took that as like, oh, if I tell people that, then a bunch of guys will flood my comment section and tell me I'm super hot. And that's what you're going for. Again, that's what like researchers and psychologists look at, and they talk about that addiction to likes and shares and follows. That's what motivates women like this to post shit like that.
Yeah.
Is because they know that they'll get the dopamine rush of the clicks and the likes and the comments and everything else.
I feel like if I were to ever have a guy tell me, "Oh, you look so manly, stop weightlifting," I would just assume they're trying to troll me. And
Right.
I'd be like, "Eh."
Yeah. Got to make other women feel
I'm already
bad.
accused of being a man on occasion. It's okay.
Flex says, so Aaron says it's just for prep or maybe prep. Oh, you mean the AIDS medication.
Yeah, what is that called? Truvada for prep or whatever.
Buddy Travis
Color
says,
guard boxes.
yeah, Buddy Travis is right. Yeah, it's only your savings. Give it to the toe. That's what I've always said, too. Inflation's taking that shit up anyway. Laughing Lion says they're negging her. Yeah, exactly. So they're negging her, and then she's trying to clout chase off of their little criticism.
Jeez.
Oh, my God. I'm a hot
What?
babysitter. I love taking care of dads when kids go to bed. Jesus.
Look at the far right one.
Dude, the New York Post is damn near porn at this point.
Princess Diana, Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle, top celeb sex doll request.
Oh, that's because there's horny people in the UK.
That surprises me somehow.
I'm a hot babysitter. I
Click
love
on that
taking
one.
care of dads when the kids go to bed. I bet you these are old, though. These
Who
are like
cares?
old articles. Yeah, I'm really worried about newness.
Oh, hot chicks. Oh, God, I bet it's old.
February 3rd.
That's
was
not
this
that bad.
story. My mood when the single dad of the kid I'm babysitting tells me I look especially good today and if I want to stay for dinner. That one single dad who always gives you a big tip after babysitting. Okay,
Oh,
look.
I bet he does.
There's nothing wrong with this if these are single dads. I mean, technically, it's not even hot if they're available.
Yeah, there's nothing taboo about it.
Yeah,
About-
I mean, if he's telling his wife to go out and get some smokes or something while he, pays the babysitter.
Yep.
Oh, honey, could you go to the ATM? I forgot cash and I have to pay the babysitter. And then you just slam her against the door quick. Then it's, now you've got a story to tell us. What? We don't have any babysitters.
Not yet, we don't.
I'm just saying.
You wait till there's like 4 to 6 kids here. Then we'll see.
I'm going to be on a real short fucking leash.
Should I be more concerned if Aaron hires a really, really hot chick that I'm like rivaled by or a really,
Or
really
a fat
gay
one.
man?
Yeah. No, not a gay man. I was thinking maybe like Roose Bolton. I just hire a really big fat pig. Then you go, oh man, I don't know what's more troubling, the fact that he hired this one or the fact that he might fuck it. What's the problem here?
You know what? You're right. Either way, I'm screwed.
Spicy Mustard with $5 says Jerry Lewis would have made more money on telethons for sick kids if he had Aaron's skills. Now, where's my damn steel toe tote bag? See, I'm pretty good at this.
Does he want a tote bag?
I learned from that. It's an NPR joke, April. It's
It is. Yes. Sorry.
Uh,
I'm always thinking of merch ideas.
yeah, no, I've got my can rattler skills. And by the way, we're only at 325, guys. What the fuck? For not tonight, for tomorrow. Why aren't we getting this thing to ice? Did I not say 250? What the fuck? I hope people know that I'm being sarcastic, but I really do want to get to that number.
There's a time or two when I look at you, I'm like, I don't know what he's doing over there.
You know what I would really
Just, like on occasion.
You know what I would really enjoy?
Ice cream.
No, another beer.
You had a beer? Oh God, I didn't even have one.
I had a 16-ounce
All right.
Big Wave.
No, I know when I'm being kicked out.
Delicious. You are. I'm going to talk about black people, so I want you to be innocent.
You don't want me here for the black people? He doesn't like me around black people.
No. I can't. Well, who can you trust these days? Don't hire Ramsey Bolton to babysit. No, not Ramsey. Like Roose, maybe. But not Ramsey. No. I think there might be something wrong with that boy. All right, let's. This was a wild tweet. So, ABC 7 Eyewitness News out of, I think, New York, put up a video of a guy, and I think we should see more of these over time as more and more of these big cities say, shoplifting, don't call the cops. Our security's not allowed to get in the way of it. Mira Loma, California. I'm sorry, that's where this is. But the longer that goes on, and the longer the people who live in these cities start seeing Walmarts go away, like in Chicago, Walgreens go away, like in San Francisco, the more you're going to see people notice that trend, and hopefully they stand up for their communities and they go, no. I don't care if the security's not allowed to get involved. I don't care if the cops aren't allowed to get involved. I like coming to this store. It's convenient for me. I'm going to fuck this person up right now. Because I don't see someone who robs, like, in this case, it's a TJ Maxx. I don't see somebody robbing a TJ Maxx as someone who's willing to die over that shit. So, and plus it's a TJ Maxx. It's definitely a chick. And if you're going to rob a store, why one that's already dirt cheap? I robbed a Marshall's. Get fucked. Let's check this one out. And then I swear to God, the tweet I saw that accompanied this today absolutely blew my mind. The lengths some people will go to avoid placing responsibility on the guilty party is remarkable. We'll play the video uninterrupted. You guys tell me what the person tweeting this, what their magic take was.
And a good Samaritan trying to stop two alleged thieves at a TJ Maxx in Mira Loma. Dramatic video captured by a customer showing the takedown at the location on Limonite Avenue. At least two women wearing black hoodies seen trying to walk out with arms full of purses. But when the second one tried to leave, a man jumped in to stop her, tackling her, eventually knocking her to the ground.
Let me go. Let her go. Let her go. Let me go. What the Let me go.
After a brief struggle, the alleged thief was able to get away. It's unclear what merchandise actually was taken. So far, no arrests have been made.
I like it. More people need to be doing that shit. But they won't. Like, I'm not the kind of person who has hope. Like, I don't think this is going to be like the start of a turnaround. But at the same time, I don't. It's nice to see. I'd love to see more of it. I'm not betting on it happening, but I'd love to see more of it. So what do you think this woman's take on it was? What do you think? Her name is Kashmir on Twitter. What do you Okay, Rebel the Uncanny has it. Kip Smith has it. You guys are in the same neighborhood. Kyle W. says, I'd wing that whore through the frozen food section. Not bad. This was Kashmir's tweet. YouTube people love acting like they care about big chain stores getting robbed, when in reality, he just wants the chance to beat up a black woman, LOL, because he would have never did this if she were white. You kidding? Would have never done this if she... Do you know how much more satisfying it would be to watch a white woman who's probably gotten away with fucking everything, like a little mousy blonde white chick?
Hey.
No offense. A little mousy blonde white chick who's probably gotten away with everything in her life and gotten a pass for absolutely everything, to see some big Greg the Hammer Valentine looking motherfucker just grab her and swing her into the security post. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Is that on your top fantasy list?
Look, man, I am about as equal opportunity, non-racist on vigilante justice as it gets. I don't care if they're white. I don't care if they're black. They're probably not Indian or Asian. Those people tend to behave themselves. But I don't
keep their heads down.
They keep their noses clean and their heads down and handle their fucking business. I don't care what color they are. If they're stealing from a store and being those piece of shit who wear the hoodies and scrape entire, what do you call those? Why can't I think of the thing? Shelves. Oh my God, I couldn't think of shelves.
Another stroke.
People who take entire shelves and scrape them into a duffel bag and try to walk out of the store. To see that person catch a clothesline and then a fucking DDT, that would make my day. I don't give a shit if they're white or black.
That is true. I'm colorblind in that situation.
Yeah. Now you go into jail too, and TJ Maxx won't even send you as much as a gift card. If that guy goes to jail, what we need to be doing is what they do in India when a guy shoots a rapist, and they break into the jail to free that guy. Yeah. Or if the rapist goes to jail, they break into the jail, drag him out into the streets, and beat him to death. I like the idea of the look, man.
You like street justice.
If more of these people, well, I only like street justice when all of the people in society whose job it is to keep us safe have abandoned their post.
I agree to that. Mm-hmm.
If the cops aren't allowed to be called and the store's not going to do anything to stop it, then yeah, I don't mind Brian Knobs from the Nasty Boys beating the shit out of somebody in a TJ Maxx.
Well, you've left it up to us. What do you want?
Right. What was I supposed to do? We've seen the consequence when people do nothing, and that is the stores close down.
Oh, just look at California.
Yeah, the stores closed down. There's nowhere to go. Hey, don't beat up that black lady shoplifting. And then, 6 months later, black people, hey, Why is this a food desert? We don't have anywhere to shop. It must be racism.
Racist Walmarts.
Yeah. So it's racist if we clothesline the shit out of someone if they're stealing from a TJ Maxx, but then it's also racist if we let that person shoplift and that TJ Maxx shuts down. Isn't that a wonderful win-win that'll force you to never have to take responsibility for anything in a society?
Do they have jobs, do you think?
Yeah. Shoplifting at TJ Maxx.
Dude,
It's a full-time gig. You think it ain't?
Stop shoplifting at TJ Maxx. It's already discount shit. Is there anything more insulting? Like, check this out. I get most of my clothes from a secondhand store because I really like that. I don't like spending excess money I don't have to. Can you imagine if somebody went in there and stole clothes from there?
Right.
I just can't imagine that.
C says Kashmir obviously was the one who got out the door first. Yeah, she was just running cover for her buddy. That's all.
Oh, man.
Tyler says, Aaron, I'm with you after eating. Gotta wait, just like when you were a kid. Can't swim till after an hour. Can't perform. Give me 60 to 90 minutes. And we good behind in the chat. I understand.
So does that mean you'll be more than good after?
I'm going to be fine, and I'll have a couple beers in me, so I'll be ready to slam like the college days.
So you're not going to tell me, oh, honey, I had a couple beers. I'm really tired.
No, that would be after 6 beers.
I apologize for my tardiness. I made spillies upstairs.
Retardiness would be more accurate. Kyle W. with $5 says, Greg the Hammer said, I'm your Huckleberry. I don't think Greg the Hammer Valentine would say it like that. He'd probably be slurring because he drinks a lot. How is Greg the Hammer Valentine doing? He's got to be getting up there. He looked like death at 45. How old is Greg the Hammer Valentine? He's 71. Brutus the Barber Beefcake is 66, still hanging in there.
What a cutie, huh?
Tito Santana's 69.
Look at that butt chin.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of butt chins.
Look, the Hammer's been through it.
You don't go through it and get the butt chin. You're born with the butt chin.
So there's Greg the Hammer Valentine in his day.
Okay.
And then here's Greg the Hammer Valentine when he was getting a little bit older.
A little porkier.
And now here's Greg the Hammer Valentine after years of drinking. You think they lived a hard life on the road in the territory days?
Ugh, God, I can't even imagine.
Oh, boy. How about, let's take a look at some of these 70-year-old. How old is the Hulkster?
71.
Is he 71 now? 69.
Oops, sorry, Hulkster.
69. Ric Flair's 74. Vince is 77.
Ric Flair looks 74.
Ric Flair looks 93, to be exact. Thank you very much to, Kyle W. We already got that one. 320.
Thank you.
Away from tomorrow's goal. Guys, go and be super irresponsible on our Streamlabs and PayPal and see if you can get us way under 300 to give us a head start on tomorrow's morning show. Yosemite Sambo says, April, I literally buy all of my clothes from Goodwill and consignment shops. We can shop together, girl.
Hell yeah. I honestly have no shame. I have no problem with that. It's already broken in, too. It's awesome.
Nobody says, see, I love this. We have somebody says, nobody says, everybody says. Nobody says the biggest wake-up call was when Five Below and dollar stores were getting raided during the summer of love.
Isn't that devastating?
I mean, to rob the difference between robbing a dollar store and just buying your items at a dollar store is like that. It's like that.
It's a weird sign of the times where, like, A, people just actually can't afford anything, but B, socially, we're just allowing people to be that shitty.
And yeah, if you're a dog shit human and you're into shit like that, then you know what? You're probably just, why wouldn't you steal? They're letting you. They're encouraging it. They're telling you, go ahead. We're not going to call the cops. We're not going to stop you. Why wouldn't you? It almost feels like
that's what I said when Seattle first did that.
Yeah, it's almost like you'd almost feel like they're trapping you.
I don't agree with shoplifting ever because that's somebody's livelihood, but when people...
But you're a white woman and it's in your blood and you think about it sometimes?
It's not that. I've seen people shoplift before. It's insane. But, like, when your whole, like, city doesn't even help you when your store is being robbed, I don't understand why people wouldn't shoplift.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mark with 25 says, I was going to save this for your guest tomorrow, but all right. Well, wait a minute. If you were saving it for Stevie Lou...
You forced him.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize what my greed was doing. I just wanted to make sure we hit a goal tomorrow, and We didn't. Oh, man, I really am a piece of shit. All right, guys, we're an even 300 away from tomorrow morning. That's fine. We're good there. We'll knock it out from there.
Aaron
be
doesn't
okay.
want your money anymore.
I just want I want Stevie Lou to make it worth his while. Everybody who's guest hosted a Wednesday has made some decent money doing the show. So I want to make sure that there's plenty there for old Stevie Lou. Thank you, guys. Very nice of you. So, yes, apparently, though, white people just want to see black people get hit. And that's the only reason we like seeing people stand up for people at dollar stores when they're getting robbed.
I'd wager that most people, as long as they're not involved, don't mind watching somebody else get hit because it's excitement.
You know, I was thinking about something today that Johnny and I were talking about. We didn't get a chance to dive into it too much.
Okay.
Because the show was wrapping up. But you know how Joe Biden's whole theme is finish the job? For his re-election campaign, finish the job. I don't like the arrogance of that theme, thinking that they believe it's going to take another 4 years to finish the job. If the job is burn the entire country down, they'll be able to knock that out in the next year and a half.
Oh, less than that.
Yeah, I mean,
we're nosediving pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't going to need another 4 years. Let's make a deal with the Biden administration. If we promise you guys that you will be able to bring this country to its knees in 18 months, you just won't run. Like the Democrats won't run any candidate. You burn it down, whatever. You have fucked up so much shit already that you could just leave it alone and it'll rot.
Yeah, we can't even start from scratch.
Yeah.
We're too far gone.
So I would hope that they would make that agreement, but something tells me that a bunch of narcissists running for office are not going to go for it. Alex Bernal with $5 says, donate now instead of tomorrow, you say? Here you go. Wait, no, that's not what I said.
Thank you.
K Fallen the Great with $4.99 says, match me, cunts. No, see, that's not what I was. All right, $2.90 away from tomorrow morning. Thank you guys very, very much.
I'm surprised it lets you say cunts in a super chat.
Did it really? Yeah, it did.
Right?
Usually you're not allowed.
How did you pull that off, K Fallen or Fallen the Great, whatever?
Usually you're not allowed to say any naughty words. What the hell?
Sometimes he leaves cat hairs. And it tickles the shit out of my nose. Oh,
you don't like Johnny's cat hair, do you?
I don't mind cats, so I'm not like mad at him, but there's a cat hair on here.
Well, guys, I can't believe it, but there's a boycott that actually worked. You know how people say, I'm going to boycott this and we're fucked up, and then it lasts 2 days. And you go, yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, Goya Foods is really feeling the burn,
Oh, the beans.
Yeah.
God, nobody's buying beans now.
There's only one boycott in the last 10 years that I can remember working. And maybe I'm wrong, but Kathy Griffin is the only one I can remember. And I'm not so sure that she wasn't teetering on the edge of irrelevance already.
Which is why you hold up a president's head, I would guess, because you're not doing well.
Right. So Bud Light, there was that big Bud Light boycott. Bars stopped buying it. Liquor stores stopped buying it because of the gross Dylan Mulvaney thing.
Yes.
Okay. I kind of thought that would be a nice little novelty deal, and people would make their stand, and then trash bags would go back to drinking their piss water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bud Light sales have collapsed by 26%.
Wow.
According to new weekly data released today. That kind of collapse has never happened to a beer company. Forget Anheuser-Busch, forget Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's never happened to a beer company in history. The amount of beer sold outside of restaurants and bars was down 26.1% from a year earlier in the week ending in April 22nd. So year-to-year sales of just Bud Light, not restaurants and bars, so liquor store sales of Bud Light, 26% down.
And what do you think they're taking away from that?
Well, they've already started to make I think they've made 2 country, hardcore country commercials, Bud Light, the beer of hard-working honkies and shit like that. It's
not, though.
There's, oh man, I want to see if I can find it. Bud Light country ad. Oh, no.
So they're trying to quickly cover their asses, is what you're saying?
Bud Light shower beer. And then they have a Bud Light.
That's not original. Everyone does shower beers.
And then a Bud Light, I thought they had a country ad. Well, I don't think that's their ad. That's Kid Rock shooting a bunch of Bud Light. Okay, so this might be the one. Let's check it out. Oh, they even went with Zach Brown Band. They're trying to hick the shit out of this one, aren't they?
No
hey,
kidding.
Look, everyone with a dick is a boy and everyone with tits is a girl in this one. I love how like Bud Light's new ad is them like doing an ad like, yeah, see, we're the hardcore country beer. Yeah, you understand your new marketing campaign is shitting on yourself. Mm-hmm. You're trying to dig yourself out of this, but like this is an ad like Coors Light should be making.
Right.
And going like, hey, do you see a kid at a drag show and beat the shit out of the drag queen?
Dude.
Like, drink a Coors Light when you're beating the fuck out of someone fucking with your kid.
Bring back the hot bikini girls that they used to put on posters of beers and shit.
Right.
With
like,
the big pictures of it.
Bud Light has a Crowder problem where they're like over addressing a thing. Bud Light should be trying to just make people forget about the Dylan Mulvaney thing.
Yep.
Instead, they release an ad like this, and it makes you go, oh, they're just trying to cover their ass for the trans thing.
Yeah, they got a bunch of hot girls that are wet in short shorts and tight shirts, you know?
With their tits out.
Yeah.
And remember you can tell that their marketing director, that lady is definitely not coming back. Because remember, her whole attitude was, we have to get rid of the frat boy image. And like the ad they make as soon as they kick her ass out the door is Zach Brown Band and slutty girls with
young
wet hair
women.
and tits. Yeah.
YouTube and the music.
I know. We'll figure it out. There, YouTube. All right, so there you go. They got their Zach Brown Band playing, and everyone's being all hickey.
Oh, look at that. Everybody looks like either a man or a woman.
And they're all in the country, and look at that. We got RVs everywhere and trucks and fucking tents, motherfucker.
It's raining in the middle of the desert, but there's no clouds.
That's how majestic a Bud Light is. It's the rainmaker.
It's just so refreshing.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, what they should have done is maybe just fucking ignored this and let it die down for a little bit, and then slowly you move the goalposts of your marketing
sit for a while. You fucked up.
Yeah,
really.
Hobo chili recipe with $1.99 says Budweiser, the king of queers.
I'm not against it.
First name says, boy, really hayseeding it up, right? Hey, man, we made a bunch of country folk really pissed off. What do we do? Let's do a yeehaw commercial. And like I can see rural people watching that ad and just going, they think we're fucking retarded, don't they?
Right, like as if I'm ever buying that beer.
Hey, look at us. Do we look like the two dumbest guys on the face of the earth to you? Is this why you choose to treat us with such disrespect?
Watch them like their next ad is like a man and a woman just having sex
Just
in a
fucking-
hayloft.
And
In a tractor.
The guy's pulling her hair and going, you like it like that, bitch?
In a combine cab.
She's like, yeah, you fuck me like a man do. And then he's like, yeah, you take it like a lady. And they're like, yeah, because we identify as what we are. Fuck yeah, all that other stuff is weird.
We don't talk like that.
Bud Light, where dicks are dicks and pussies are pussies.
And dicks go inside the pussies.
Yes. But the new spokesman for Bud Light's going to be the kid from Kindergarten Cop. Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. Bud Light. Nick G, I can't. Is that Adrian's picture?
Yes, it is.
You motherfucker. He says Zach Brown is getting backlash now. Are they really?
That was my first thought. I'm like, I bet they're getting shit on.
Who gives
You
a shit?
spelt it wrong.
You're getting Bud Light ad money. Why not?
Yeah, I'm sure they spent a fortune on it.
I don't see any news. If I hit news,
Maybe that person was just predicting or suggesting that they're probably getting.
Yeah, well, thank
paid for
God.
it.
The last time I saw the Zach Brown Band getting any kind of shit, they were midget bowling.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, Laughing Lion says, Bud Light, no butt stuff. Pew, 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 pew.
Exit only.
It's going to be Bud Light. It's going to be a guy shit-faced on Bud Light getting a tattoo. He goes, and he's like, bro, what kind of tattoo do you get? And he points to his fucking back, and it's a tramp stamp that says exit only with an arrow pointing down. Like, yeah, let's celebrate. Bud Light, where we fuck girls.
Stevie J with Bud Light's new slogan. Bud Light, please drink it. Please.
Bud Light, we're sorry. Sorry. I don't really think that that's going to work out the way they think it will. Look, you guys are going to need some time to recover from all of this stuff.
I just noticed, too, that I haven't heard anything with that person's name on it in a while. Did you notice that?
Adrian?
No, Dylan.
Oh, Dylan Mulvaney. Yes,
No, I wasn't thinking about Adrian.
Oh, the trans hero of America. Yeah.
I made a passe little joke at her on my Instagram today. I noticed that I was wearing Nike in the sauna, and I'm like, oh, can us manly men get that sponsorship yet? Or is that still a no? Oh, okay, I'll try again.
Yosemite Sambo. Bud Light, you're always a six-pack away from being gay anyhow. Welcome at you, baby. Bud Light, we fired that bitch.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, and then people are like, well, what we should do is boycott Anheuser-Busch. It's like, do you really want to go checking the label of every beer you drink to make sure it's not an Anheuser-Busch
You want to know something? I don't even care about that because somebody was specifically in charge of Bud Light that did that. Okay, it's not, I don't think it was the whole company. Fuck it, whatever. I just want to see Bud Light plummet. I really do.
I'm going to look up Kona Brewing Marketing Director. And I hope it's a nice Indian gentleman. KB Bolton. I don't even know what the fuck a
Bolton.
KB.
That doesn't sound very manly.
KB Bolton is. Marketing director at Kona Brewing Company.
Look up an image of KB Bolton.
I'm looking up KB Bolton. KB Bolton. Images. Oh, it's a black lady. Wait a minute. Well, she's doing a hell of a job.
I don't think that's her.
Oh, no, that just says 4 KB profiles at LinkedIn. Okay, I can't find a picture of KB Bolton. Get her on the show.
Yeah, they didn't even have it on the whatever page you just went to.
Yeah. Well, she must be doing a good job. They're like, you know what? No need to even show people who you are.
I'm fighting a sneeze. I'm sorry.
It's like the blind black white supremacist sketch. Y'all want to see my face? They don't want to show everybody because their head would explode. They don't want to be. They don't want to be shown. That's all.
Don't look at me.
Let's. Brooklyn residents get scared. Oh yeah, let's hear. Let's just hit play on this story. You guys ever wanted to live in a big city like New York?
No.
No, you never have?
No, I can't say I have.
It seems so nice. You got the crime. You got the piss smell on the subway.
The rats.
You got the rats.
Homeless
people. All kinds of stuff.
The syringes.
How about manholes that double as landmines while you're walking down the street?
Is that their new rat solution?
Check this out.
Residents in one Brooklyn neighborhood, a series of manhole fires triggered explosions in Crown Heights. One woman says she's lucky to be alive after one of those manholes blew right underneath her car. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson has
lucky car.
Your manhole's not on fire, is it?
It needed the money.
the story.
You ever heard fireworks? Like, really?
Didn't expect to see that in Crown Heights.
No.
Thought I'd see that in a more elegant neighborhood.
Just think they're in your face.
It was sudden and without warning there. A manhole cover flies at least 10
Holy
feet in the
shit.
air. This is that heavy piece of metal that luckily didn't hit anyone.
Dude, think about that.
Oh,
that
that's
flew
killing
up
somebody.
into the air and came down. You are fucked if that hits you.
Why is that blowing? Because of all the gas,
Yeah.
in the sewers or something? Oh, my God.
Or they're just sending a pulse to just kill the rats, like you said.
That's what I'm wondering. Is that the rat thing?
They're gassing them, but what they don't understand is it's very flammable gas.
Yeah.
So it's just, and then just like landmines.
But the force of the explosion was so intense, it shattered this front window at Joel's apartment building.
This would not have ended well for me if I was just hanging around here.
It was one of several covers that blew here along Empire Boulevard in Crown Heights late Sunday morning. Just up the block, look at that black SUV. It's parked right over yet another problem spot where a different cover had just blown. It belongs to Anna. I spoke with her by phone. She tells me as firefighters were evacuating everyone in the area, she was about to get inside her vehicle when a friend, seeing all of that dark smoke, told her to get away from the car.
Wait. So there was a shitload of really dark smoke around your car, and you thought nothing of it and went, I'll just hop in.
Yeah, I got time.
Oh, you
No
would have
worries.
deserved whatever happened to you.
Honestly.
Oh, just imagine a hot manhole cover right up your asshole. That's a hell of a way to go, huh?
Dude, how about we just... I would love a hot manhole right up my
Just a hot
asshole.
manhole right in your anus. And that's how you say goodbye to this wicked, wicked world.
Can we just stay in our house, though, if we know manholes are blowing?
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I'm going to...
Can I sit this one out?
As soon as this little methane stream they've got going through, as soon as that passes, I'm gonna probably just sit that one out.
It was an inside job.
Don't go to the car. I said, yes, why? She said, no, because that's a lot of smoke. And then when I turned it back, that's when my car exploded.
She wasn't hurt. Folks living here did have to leave for several hours due to an increase in carbon monoxide.
And I started to get dizzy and lightheaded in the house.
What the
Oh
fuck?
my God, guys.
Boy, just like all kinds of brochures for living in New York.
That shit can kill people quickly. That's
Sure
why we
can.
have detectors, okay?
Yeah, I just, live in a neighborhood where the manhole covers explode and then you get poisoned to death, locked inside your own apartment. Really, here in New York. That's okay. I think I'll move to the suburbs, thanks.
Concrete jungle where manholes are blowing.
And that's when they came in and started to measure the levels in the basement and said it was pretty high.
It's not clear what caused all of this,
Ew.
which many believe could have been so much worse had more people been out and about.
Really?
Actually, I think I know why the manhole covers blew.
They were excited.
There was so much anger and hostility in New York City that a buildup of pink slime rose up and bubbled up because of the negative energy in the city, and it blew up the manhole covers. In the next couple days, you're going to see ghosts all over the place.
Now, who would you call to take care of that problem? You have a drop.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I
Make
don't know.
sure that you hit that subscribe button, smash that
Not that
like
drop.
button, and turn on that notification bell, everybody.
Wasn't that song?
God, you're
Or
a
wasn't that
douchebag.
drop? Yeah, I believe it's this
That's
one.
what he doesn't play.
I don't own no slaves.
I mean, that is true.
That was one of your best mashup drops of all time.
If it had been a few seconds later, you would have been in the car.
Yes. If not for my customer, I can die inside to my car.
In Crown
Very good.
What?
I could have died in my car. Oh, is that what a hot manhole cover driving up your asshole does to you?
I usually love a good hot manhole cover.
Yeah, who doesn't? Everybody's, you're only in high school once.
Technically, every night, our comforter is a hot manhole cover for you.
Hobo chili recipe with $4.99 says, Bud Light, why are my pants unbuttoned and my tailpipe is bleeding?
Owie.
Well, everybody celebrates it differently, Who are
I
we
like
to
him.
judge?
He's fun.
He certainly is. Now, ROTC and Nightwave crowd, if we could only convince Jim N-Word that we don't suck.
Who now?
You go in the Nightwave chat and you got all those Steel Toe fans going, oh, yeah, Mersh, I'm glad you get along with Steel Toe. Steel Toe's cool. And, you'll get a lot of people. You'll get Jim N-Word will get in there and go, Steel Toe fucking sucks. He's terrible. He's not any good. That's not. We need to convince Jim N-Word that we're all right.
I don't know what a Jim N-word is.
That's okay. Oliver says $5 for support. Love the show. Thank you, Oliver, with $5 over on Venmo.
Thank you.
We appreciate that, buddy. So we're $285 away from tomorrow morning's goal. Thank you guys very much. Jim N-Word hates everyone, including Mersh. Yeah, maybe Jim N-Word ain't switching. Jim Word.
I feel like there's so many people like that on the internet that you're not even original anymore. Like you just hate everybody.
Yeah. Now, like the new like edgy thing to do on the internet is be really positive
and
towards
like
shit.
people,
Yeah.
and just go around to different chat rooms and be like, I really like what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
here.
it's just like, hey, maybe Bob Levy was ahead of the curve in being like a fence sitter Bob.
Yeah, we're all saying fence sitter in like a negative connotation.
Bob's got it figured out.
He's figuring out. Yeah.
The only problem is, no, that kind of bit Bob in the ass. And now he's
Crazy.
kind of learning.
The
He's
fence
like,
got pokey.
Yeah, Bob's like, I'm off the fucking fence, man. Fuck this
He
guy.
got splinters.
Yeah. I don't think Bob's as much of a fence sitter as people have been calling him in the past. Uh-oh. What happened? All my Blackachew stuff went away. Oh, is that because I hit refresh? Oh, that shouldn't go away. Al-Qaeda, not Al-Qaeda. Thank you guys over on Rumble. Al-Qaeda says, check out the kids in China that blow the manholes from the buildup of methane in the crappy sewer system.
Oh, should we watch that?
I would.
That
check
makes me
that
think
out.
of all the monkeys in the streets too.
Whoa,
You know the
whoa.
hordes of monkeys that go after that box of bananas.
Don't know anything about any monkeys in
really.
any streets.
Real monkeys and real bananas.
China
Swarming the
manhole
streets.
covers explode. China's exploding manhole covers reveal a whole lot of problems. No shit. Let's check it out.
Exploding manhole covers show how China's
A Bud Light drinker narrating the video. This is the intro. All right, let's skip the intro.
Yes, shoddy construction is so.
The fuck is this guy?
White Claw drinker. 100%.
This guy has the nerve to show his face on it. I feel much better about the way I look.
Common in China. There's a special phrase for it. The phrase was coined in 1998 by former Premier Zhu Rongji when he visited the Yangtze River and described the flood.
Now, hey, look, there's two Jews on the screen now.
Juranji?
Juranji.
It's Juranji.
That was their
you guys.
remake. Yeah.
Oh my God. This is
Juranji.
great. Oh, Juranji.
Dikes there as being
Excuse me, sir?
What is wrong with this person?
He visited the Yangtze River and described the flood dikes there as being flimsy like the crumbly bits left over after you make tofu. Under the Chinese
What a gay explanation.
I am thrilled that we've stumbled upon this.
Communist Party, the culture of corruption seeps into everything. When it comes to construction,
Who are you?
Your people should know.
Who is this?
Let's not worry about it.
corruption can happen at any stage. Design, planning, procuring
Tell me
materials,
about the manhole
building.
covers.
People cut costs to skim money at each level. They ignore safety.
Fuck that. I want to watch the manhole covers.
Have fun trying to tell your boss you can't come into work today because the stairs fell off. Basically, it's exactly like what happened in the money pit. Only instead of one
I hate
house,
this guy. I don't
it's
like
the
him.
entire country.
I'm interested.
With all the Chinese Communist Party's propaganda about their fancy skyscrapers and high-speed trains, there are a lot of problems under the surface. Just last summer, the Shanghai Tower, China's tallest building, had a huge water leak that reached from the 60th floor down to the 9th floor, ruining furniture and office supplies.
How about escalators that eat
I'll take a
people?
rain check on that one.
Ew.
Now, tofu
Go
drake
fuck
projects
yourself.
are kind of a sensitive topic for China.
All right, fuck this video. This has nothing to do with the manhole covers, and I really don't like this guy.
So his channel name was...
Another child sent flying by manhole explosion in China. Okay, see, now this cuts to the quick. Whoa! After a lit firecracker was dropped inside a manhole. Well,
Oh, so they did it on purpose. No, it's not fun.
that kid fucked around. Please show that 900 more times. Ooh. This is not the first time this incident has happened. Whoa! So you have little shitheads just lighting firecrackers in the sewers in China?
Well, that's not like a accident or a natural disaster. That's just an idiot.
But you just see all of them just blew. A boy was sent flight. he's like, what the fuck, dude?
Ready?
If no one taught them before, they need to learn from the accidents. Well, if they don't, I mean...
Oh, that's never not funny. Still, it's your kid.
I mean, if you don't put the fireworks on... Well, here. Throw the fireworks into the manhole, but then get the fuck out of there afterwards.
No, it's not as fun then.
T. Gulag says, Frozen, is that you? Oh, Frozen Asian. Get out of there. You escaped.
I miss Juranji.
Bria says, it's the Chinese space program.
Yes.
You got close.
They're creating roach people, roach soldiers or whatever.
Yeah,
that
they're
can't get to
creating
space.
roach soldiers who can survive nuclear explosions, so...
Well, that's good because their manholes are exploding.
Yeah, you got explosive manholes.
Nuclear diarrhea.
Yes. Pornhub blocks users in Utah, citing the state's age verification law. There's a new law in Utah that says, hey, if you produce pornography, you got to make sure that people under the age of 18 can't access it, or we're going to hold you legally responsible.
Sure.
In the state of Utah, which isn't a bad thing because I don't think kids under a certain age should be watching porn because it does set like a really unrealistic standard. And it desensitizes you.
Not only that, you're just making kids grow up faster.
If you don't stop watching that shit, it just gets progressively worse.
Well, that's where you're going to get some freak out there that's going to like hurt people, right?
Yeah. Porn is not... Look, as a guy who's watched his fair share of porn in his life.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's not good. Right?
No, you don't feel good when you're done with it.
At the very least, it's a lot better when, you take a little break. When you just say, you know what, I think no more porn for me. I'm good, thanks.
You meant in general. You don't mean during the day, take a break.
No, I mean like you just don't watch it. Okay. You're like, oh, I find myself to be a lot hornier.
It's like, do you need more than 30 seconds?
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to watch a 4-hour marathon like it's Hogan's Heroes.
I always laugh at those videos that are like an hour and a half long movies. I'm like, whoever gets past the first 5 minutes?
I know, isn't that annoying? You got to skip through them.
Right, and then find
You like
a
the ones
spot.
that are segmented.
I always picture that security guard in South Park watching the bathroom monitors, and he's like got the pump lotion, and he's sitting there.
Pornhub has blocked access to users from Utah that wish to view their content. Funny thing about this is, the day that Pornhub blocked access to users from Utah, do you know what the number one most searched for thing was in Utah?
Teens?
No, a VPN.
Oh.
Because then you can get around the block and you can access your porn again.
And literally go around the block.
Yes. In a video message displayed on the site, a spokeswoman for Pornhub says that the legislative action taken during the 2023 Utah legislative session has prompted the company to block access to Utahns because, again, if it gets found that your site isn't blocked in those areas and people use it, you can also be held responsible for it.
I don't disagree with it.
Specifically, the bill requires a porn site to verify that a user in Utah is at least 18 years old, and there's no way to do that. It also imposes liability for publishers and distributors of material harmful to minors who don't comply with the age verification requirement. And yeah, like I'm sure Pornhub talked to their lawyers and they went, there's absolutely no way that we can follow this law without just blocking access.
Yeah, because what do you do to verify that you're 18? Okay, if you want to go with putting an ID in there, okay, your kid goes and grabs your wallet real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty easy workarounds.
Dave Phillips says, women don't like being slapped in anal poundings. What? Hobo Chili Recipe says, my wife and her girlfriend are my porn. Atta boy.
There you go. That's a good man.
Alex Bernal says, yeah, average male radio host gets pegged by hot blonde headphones. It's so overrated. We got to remember to take that down. We keep forgetting. Oh, man.
How fast would, I bet you the subs would fucking skyrocket on our OnlyFans if that happened, just for the people to see the nastiness of it for 5 seconds.
You're a little too excited about it. Citizen M says, whoever gets past the first 5 minutes, April telling on Aaron there. Hey, wait a minute. What?
Oh, no.
Hold on a minute.
Hey.
If you can't get the fucking job done for the lady in 5 minutes, then you're a fucking weirdo anyway. You got shit to do today. No, I don't know.
The wifely duties.
I get so lost in the moment, I don't even know how long it takes. Could be 10 minutes. Could be an hour and 30. I'm not really sure.
Then he starts barking. It's really weird.
Yeah. I do have to stop
Monkey noises on occasion.
I do have to stop doing that, but the only thing is it's like a rhythm thing for me, and you seem to like it. So, like, it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of a deal. So,
yeah.
Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
No kidding.
Buddy Travis says, wait, what? You got an OnlyFans? No, she's... You got to clarify these things better so these people don't get all fucking weird on me.
I believe I did say if we had one.
You didn't, though. You said, imagine if our OnlyFans had a video of that on it. You did say it like we had one.
Oh, no, I don't have an OnlyFans, I promise.
On April 19th, the Pokemon Company International responded to the theft of hundreds of cards from the Sword and Shield Fusion Strike expansion at a Texas store. The company claimed the robbery had affected the integrity of their high-valued Pokemon cards. However, thieves have not only ravaged card shops in the United States, but also in Japan. Japan, in fact, has been hit so hard by Pokemon theft, they've actually banned adults from buying them.
So just send your kids in to steal them?
If you're an adult in Japan, you cannot buy Pokemon.
That's devastating because isn't that kind of the thing?
No, it's fucking good. Grown-ups shouldn't be buying Pokemon. It's a good thing that this is happening.
Yeah.
You're forcing them to grow up.
I would have thought it'd be like teenagers stealing them and like kids that are like they still play the Pokemon Go and stuff. Do you remember that?
Yeah. You know, what I don't understand is, like, there's, of course, the game, the Pokemon game. Like, you can play with your cards. You can play with your friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
The 6-year-old loves collecting Pokemon cards and football cards. Those are his two favorites to collect. So much so that I gave him my football, baseball, basketball, and hockey cards. And I said, here you go. There's some stuff from like the fucking 80s in there that might finally be worth something. The thing about cards is when you get them new, they're worth something.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you wait 10 years, they're worth absolutely nothing.
Right.
And then if you wait another 30 or 40 years, they're worth a whole shitload again.
But then you're dead.
Right, which is why I've given all of my Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, and Kevin Garnett rookie cards to our boy, and then maybe when he's old as shit, they'll each be worth a couple grand. And he'll make some money.
Then he'll take a nice vacation.
Yeah, and then he'll take a nice vacation with his dad's cards that he collected when he was 10 years old. Oh, boy, it really
I
is.
like your binder full of old cards.
I got 2 binders.
I've looked
full of old cards.
One for each of us.
Thank you very much. Hobo Chili Recipe says, God, do you remember Kevin Garnett? That dude was a workhorse. I'm a Minnesota. I grew up in Minnesota. I fucking loved Kevin Garnett.
That's one of your dream jerseys you told me to buy if I ever found one.
My favorite Minnesota athletes, Kirby Puckett, Kevin Garnett, Chris Carter. I think that would be it. Oh, and Doug Minkiewicz was my favorite twin. Loved and
you
Michael
had another one.
And Michael Kadire was another one.
That's
I
not
loved.
the list you gave me.
Well, then there's some different people on it. It fucking changes. What do you want from me? What am I, the goddamn keeping track of my jersey guy? Thank you very much to Von Kaiser with $25. Very cool, buddy. $25 over on PayPal.
Thank you.
From Von Kaiser. April, you know what that means?
Hey.
We're 260 away from tomorrow morning's goal.
Woo. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, boys and girls.
Nice work.
We wanted to be at 250, but that's kind of up to you if you want to do that in the last few minutes here.
Why? Wait.
What?
Wow, that's fast.
Zio Gold says, Barry Sanders cards, Aaron, sell those now. They're not worth much. I've got like 3 or 4 Barry Sanders rookie cards, all in great shape. Barry Sanders rookie card value. If we take a look, what the fuck? Those have to be no, those are special cards. Pristine rookie, $12,700. I don't have that one though. I have this one. Somebody's selling it for $900. That's got to be autographed. It's got.
I don't see an autograph. It's not in the title
Pristine 10 gold 1989 Pro Set. I have that whole set. I have the 1989 complete set of Pro Set cards.
I have a prediction running through my head of what you're seeing when you look at those numbers.
I think they're not real.
Oh.
Barry Sanders football rookie card. Oh my God, they really did spike in the last few. What the fuck happened from 2019 to 2023? See, now this one says my rookie card's worth $6. Here's one worth $55.
You got to take it somewhere and like ask like a professional what it's worth, I think.
See, I have this one and it says $569. I don't have that one. I don't have that one. I don't have. Yeah, see, I don't have any of the expensive ones. Here, I have this one, $9.95. Hot shit. Yeah, see, look, trade volume, average price. Average price. See, is that in dollars? Is that $300? Oh, no, $25 average price. Yeah, so it's not exactly bananas.
Somebody got excited about it, though.
Kevin Garnett rookie card value. Here, let's see. I have that. I have almost all of those. I have the finest one. $200. Very cool. I have that one, $125. But these have got to be autographed.
None of them say autographed.
Kevin Garnett rookie card checklist. Here, card base. That's what we'll find out. Change in value over the last year. Okay, what are we at? Index.
It's gone up.
It's gone up a little bit. Sales volume. Highest sales, 16,000. Most recent sale, 11. Average price, $26.27. So, yeah, my rookie cards aren't worth all that much. I got it. You know what? You got it. You got to hang on to them for another 20, 30 years or so. Till everybody my age throws away all their cards and there's none left. That's what you've got to do.
I'm weird like that. Like, I can't just throw away old sentimental things.
When we were kids, we thought we were going to get rich on those things because we thought they were like, they only went up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got them.
Right. You didn't know there's fluctuations.
Yeah. When you got them, they were worth like $10, $15. We're like, I got hundreds of cards that are worth $10 or $15. And when I get older, they'll go up, 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 and up. But it's like all these Ty Cobb cards and shit. We would hear about them selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we're like, man, that's okay. So like that was the 1920s. And here's cards in the 1980s. So in the 2040s, our cards will be worth that much, right? Yeah. No, because they only made like 10 of those Ty Cobb cards. They just cranked it out and made millions and millions of those Kevin Garnett and Barry Sanders cards. So they ain't worth shit.
I have a collection of Briar horses. Do you think they're expensive?
Maybe your Briar horses are really good.
I've got a whole tote full.
Dolly's Llama says, I have a Barry Sanders rookie card. Every year it takes 25% from the top 1%.
Dude, Beanie Babies even for a while. Like people that had Beanie Baby collections, they skyrocketed. Like people were getting rich off of them, especially if they had the tag attached.
Pugsley's right. He says it's only worth what someone is willing to pay. Yeah, like you could find a big Barry Sanders fan. He's like, dude, you have a Barry Sanders rookie card? I'm like, yeah. Is it in good shape? I'm like, it's been in this fucking book for decades. Yeah, it's fine. I'll give you $200 for it. Well, then it's worth $200 if that guy's willing to give you that much for it.
Yeah, what are you willing to sell yours for? Everyone has a price.
For my Barry Sanders rookie cards, kind of tied to those. Kind of
that
attached.
Is like how you start, of course.
$250?
I'm pretty attached to those.
It would take $250. You'd have to pay way more than what they're worth. They're not worth $250. I would part with them for $250. One of them. I don't know. Like I have a whole...
I'm not like judging you at all. I'm curious.
I have 2 full pages of Barry Sanders cards. Mm-hmm. So that's 18 of them that I kept. I like them. I even had, I gotta tell you guys a gay story here. You want a gay story?
Always.
Here's a gay story for you. When I was a lad, when I was a young man.
When you were a young warthog?
When I was a young warthog. I had 2 pages full of Barry Sanders cards. And at the time, there was a cereal. Do you remember what they called the Captain Crunch cereal that was only the colorful fruity berries?
Fuck, I ate it too.
It was called Oops All Berries. So I had 2 pages full of Barry Sanders cards, so I made 2 little Post-it notes and I put it on each page and I wrote Oops All Berries. I did that shit. I did it. I'm the best, man. I did it.
That was strenuous.
Magic 8 Ball says, my buddy has a Ty Cobb tobacco card. Dude, if that's in any kind of shape, you fucking sell that thing.
Jeez.
Immediately.
What if he really likes it?
How much is a Ty Cobb tobacco card worth? Those are worth a fortune. Not a reprint of the real deal. How many Ty Cobb? These cards were named the Lucky 7 and brought the total number of T206 Ty Cobbs in existence to 22. Are you sure? How much is a T206 Ty Cobb worth?
That says $9,600.
$9,600. Last sold for $11,000 on April 29th.
Wow.
$11,000.
That's incredible.
For a Ty Cobb. Yeah. So if you got one of those, give it a sell. Give it a sell.
What about a Rube Waddell?
Yeah.
How much for a Rube Waddell?
Curly Adams says my Oops All Berry things is the gayest fucking thing he's ever heard.
It was pretty bad.
$260 away from tonight's goal. Thank you. Not tonight. Tomorrow's goal. Thank you guys very much. I did joke that I wanted to get to 250, but you guys are really close. So if you want to do it, hey, fuck it, right?
He's squeezing you for
I'm
more.
squeezing a little bit harder. Here, Rube Waddell trading card value. $3,260.
Pretty good.
$3,260. Not bad.
That's great.
Yeah. If you can find yourself a Rube Waddell, get it sold. That guy was just a giant pitching retard.
I know.
He was the man.
Wasn't he like a sex fiend too?
Yeah, he liked to fuck girls.
Yeah.
And he would stop games in the middle. He would stop pitching. He would leave the mound to go help put out a fire.
He would chase the fire truck.
Yeah, he was just they didn't know what retards were back then. He was just a big retard. And they had him pitch. Yeah, Rube Waddell is baseball's most interesting.
Famed pitcher Rube Waddell was arguably better than Cy Young, but he also used to leave the mound during games to chase fire trucks, or go fishing, or go pet puppies that fans had in the stands. Does that sound insane to you? Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Here's a crash course on your new favorite baseball player of all time. Rube Waddell was born George Waddell in October of 1876. Now, before we go any further, I want to mention that his nickname Rube in our present era would never be acceptable, but that is what he'd come to go by. It will become clear to you that George Waddell suffered from some mental disability that was never diagnosed, though that adds an element of...
Right, because back then they just said, oh, he's a little funny.
He's out of sorts.
Yeah, he's a bit touched. There's something off about Rube.
Tragedy to this tale, the shortcomings of his era also enabled him to become a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer and a genuine hero. Waddell grew up on a farm in northeastern Pennsylvania and never had any sort of formal education. There are two different stories about how he strengthened his throwing arm and learned to pitch. One is that his favorite childhood hobby was throwing rocks at birds, and two, he used to throw rocks at cows who were trying to eat seeds off the farmland before they were fully planted. Either way, Rube Waddell learned to pitch by throwing rocks at animals, and he was soon dominating the mound in his local youth baseball leagues. When he was 19, his natural pitching ability and raw power earned him a spot on a local semi-pro team. He was extremely talented, but he also didn't really know the rules of baseball. If a ball was hit back to him, he routinely fired the ball at the hitter running down the first baseline.
If you hit the ball at him, he would just fucking chuck it at you.
Instead of throwing it to his first baseman. When his manager asked him about it, he said, "Hit the batter and he's out where I come from." After he got over that hurdle and learned to throw the ball to first base, Waddell was offered a job with the Franklin Braves. Once he arrived in Franklin, his lack of education was, let's say...
Why is that guy giving a Hitler salute while he's playing baseball?
I don't know. And look at his stash.
Yeah, he looks German.
Apparent, instantly earning him the nickname Rube, courtesy of his catcher Jack Nelson. The name would stick for the rest of his days. It was also in Franklin that Rube's legendary antics would begin. Though he was almost an unspeakably good pitcher, Rube would often be halfway through pitching a game and then just wander off the mound and not return. Sometimes he went fishing, sometimes he just walked off the mound and headed to a bar. Sometimes he would get distracted by dogs in the stands and leave the mound to play with them. Most alarmingly, if a fire truck ever drove by the stadium, Rube would dart off the mound and chase after it. He'd run off the mound, run out of the stadium, and chase fire trucks. I'm going to say that one more time because it's important that it sinks in. Rube Waddell was a grown man and a professional baseball player. During professional baseball games, if a fire truck drove by the stadium, he would leave the field and chase after the truck. The Franklin Braves ended up folding, but that wasn't the end of the line for Rube Waddell as word of his talent continued to spread. A local college made Waddell an offer for him to come pitch for them. The offer was free tuition, which to no fault of his own he couldn't really do anything with.
Yeah.
But they also offered him free room and board, $1 per game, and free tobacco. And those...
And he was like, fuck it, sign me up.
Hey, athlete, free tobacco.
I mean, $1, what do they say, $1 a day?
Yeah, I think
that's like
so.
$20. You could probably feed yourself back then.
You hope.
In the early 1900s, you could probably get enough food for a day for $1.
Isn't that strange?
You got free room and board. You have a few cheeseburgers.
You can't even buy a candy bar today for $1.
When was this? Like 1910? About there? If you go to the... And by the way, yes, I do have an inflation calculator on my phone. $1 in 1910... Yeah, $31.51. He could have fed himself for that.
You can go.
That's McDonald's 3 times a day. Perfect.
Almost.
Three things all sounded great to Rube. At Volant College on the mound, Rube was nothing short of dominant. The games were 7 innings, 2 innings shorter than the ones you're used to, and Rube averaged 15 strikeouts per game. Which, if you're not a fan of baseball, those are best in the world type numbers. And that's not all. There are reports that more than once, Rube turned to his teammates playing the field and told them to leave the field while he pitched to the next batter.
What a piece of shit. Guys, we don't need you. I'm going to strike this guy out.
Because he didn't need any defense. Because the ball wasn't going to get hit. And then he'd strike them out. It's also widely reported that after he'd end innings with strikeouts, he'd do cartwheels or somersault his way back to the dugout. It didn't take too long for his dominant numbers as well
Imagine that. Like you're sitting there, you just got struck out, and then you watch the guy who just struck you out roll like a retard to the dugout, and you're like, that guy just fucked me up.
I do have a question. So obviously, like, he's like, oh, you know, best in the world stats and stuff like that, but was the level of athleticism back then?
These are professional baseball players.
I do understand that. I just feel like the caliber of athlete today is much different.
I mean, Ty Cobb played in these days.
What about, I'm even talking about that then.
Yeah, they were good. They were all good at baseball.
I'm just saying, I mean, the athletes, I believe, would be fucking, you know, jacked compared to back then.
Okay, one thing. They weren't allowed to, black players weren't allowed to play. So there is that part. So you didn't get to play against black people.
Well, that
tales of his antics to catch the eye of Major League scouts. And Rube was signed to the Louisville Colonels in 1897, a professional ball club. However, Rube only lasted 2 days in Louisville after he was fined $50 for going on a drinking bender. Rube didn't like the fine, and he didn't understand why he wasn't allowed to get plowed whenever he felt like it. So he quit the team. Largely because of his drinking problem, which was severe and not to be understated, Rube spent the better part of the next 5 years ping-ponging back and forth between the majors and the minors, all while chasing fire trucks and wrestling alligators in the off-season. Wrestling alligators. Is that weird? It's hard to know where the line is between weird and not weird when it comes to Rube Waddell. In 1902, legendary manager Connie Mack decided to take a chance on Rube, bringing him back to the majors and signing him to the Philadelphia Athletics. With the Philadelphia A's, Rube was absolutely spectacular. He pitched in 33 games that season, amassing a 24-7 record with a 2.05 ERA, and led the American League with 210 strikeouts, 50 more than Cy Young had that year, and Cy Young pitched in 100 more innings that season than Rube. Rube also pitched baseball's very first immaculate inning, throwing 9 pitches and retiring 3 batters. From 1903 to 1907, he put up similarly staggering numbers, leading the league in strikeouts 6 years in a row, and he did it all while being the same old Rube we've come to know and love. He missed starts because he was fishing. He was late to games because he was playing marbles or stickball in the streets of Philadelphia with children. And of course, he usually wore a red shirt under his uniform just in case a fire truck drove by, so that he could chase after it and join the firemen and help out. The red shirt, I suppose, made him feel like he himself was a part of the fire engine crew. According to baseball historian Lee Allen, Waddell began the 1903 season sleeping in a firehouse in Camden, New Jersey, and ended it tending bar in a saloon in Wheeling, West Virginia. In between those events, he won 22 games for the Philadelphia Athletics, toured the nation in a melodrama called The Stain of Guilt, courted, married, and became separated from May Wynn Skinner of Lynn, Massachusetts, saved a woman from drowning, accidentally shot a friend through the hand, and was bitten by a lion. That's
all in one season.
How does one do that?
In one baseball season.
Oh, man.
Right. Rube's undeniable talent and the legend of his antics made him so famous that he even tried his hand at acting in a touring play. The audience loved his performance, but it was likely a nightmare for the other actors because Rube improvised every single one of his lines since he couldn't remember even one word of the script. And yes, apparently he was bitten by a lion. Somehow. There are no articles or first-hand accounts that tell exactly how that happened, just that it did. But since this is Rube Waddell we're talking about, literally anything is possible. It's also worth noting that during this time, Rube's contract with the ball club included a, quote, "no eating crackers in the bed" clause. It used to be common for players to share beds on the road, and Rube's bedmate, Ozzy Schreckenghost, could never get any sleep because Rube was always eating crackers and getting crumbs all over the bed. The American League strikeout leader. As quickly as Rube Waddell rose to stardom and national acclaim, he fell. In the end, his antics, on the field and off, and his severe alcohol abuse led to his demise, as it normally does. By the end of 1907, his performance on the mound severely waned and only went downhill for the next 3 years. He pitched his final major league pitch in 1911. In 1912, Rube was living in Kentucky when a nearby dam collapsed. Given his background of chasing fire trucks, it should come as no surprise that Waddell immediately jumped into action trying to help however he could. He saved several people from drowning, he pulled people from damaged homes to safety, he worked tirelessly in the frigid waters to stack sandbags. He was a true hero, and if nothing else, he should be remembered for that. His heroism, however, came at a price. Rube developed a severe case of pneumonia from which he never fully recovered. He died in hospice in 1914, tragically, perfectly, elegantly, wildly enough, on April Fool's Day.
Rube motherfucking Waddell.
Oh,
one of the greatest pitchers who ever lived, and remarkably retarded.
Wild.
Like, had problems that, like, that's the guy kind of made a good point in the video where he was like, yeah, sure, he had an undiagnosed mental condition that we could have gotten him help for today, but at the same time, we never would have let him play baseball.
No.
You would never allow Rube Waddell to play baseball today, but because of...
Well, even like your coaches, if they caught you leaving the whole stadium and shit like that, yeah, you're not coming back.
The thing about Rube Waddell also, like if they tried to, like Matthew Cox says, if they tried to make a movie about him, nobody would buy it. They wouldn't believe that this was a real guy.
I'd like to watch, though.
Yeah. Optic Nerve says, now play that Doc Ellis no vid. Maybe we'll play it during overtime tomorrow. Who knows? Because we got to get out of here. Thank you guys very much. That's going to do it for tonight. I hope you had fun during overtime. Thank you for putting up with my fucking with you a little bit tonight and getting us down to 260 for tomorrow morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
For your generosity. April, thank you.
Thanks, boss.
To the rest of you guys, thank you very much as well. 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, Stevie Lou will be our guest host, and we hope you join us. Take it easy, everybody, and have